Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo! I'm wooing quietly because I don't want to disturb any of the internets around. I don't want the broadcast to go down. Woo! This is the normal time where you continue with the intro.
Are you going to put that in the actual episode?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
What happened to... Okay, keep going.
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today, we're going to read you folks some homegrown horrors. And Adam's going to go ahead and tell us what those are.
Homegrown horrors are the wonderful stories that you folks have sent to us, which we sincerely appreciate. And it can be a story that's paranormal, supernatural, spiritual, sometimes coincidental, sometimes, true crime in nature, or sometimes extraterrestrial. If someone had a story like that they wanted to send and we could read on the show, Robin, where could they send it?
You can go to Storytime, or you can send them to Storytime. Fuck me!
Holy shit!
You can send your stories to Storytime at Scaryish.com. You can also go to our website, Scaryish.com. There's a contact us page there. You just fill out that lovely form and it gets sent to us that way. We also have a few different social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that you folks can also reach out to us at.
Indeed. So we would love to hear from you if you have a story. If you have an incident that's occurred or a story you would like to tell that you just don't want shared on the show, but you want to reach out to someone, feel free to reach out to our Discord, feel free to reach out to our Facebook page, or you can reach out directly to us through any of our social medias or through our through our email like Robin had mentioned, and just say, hey, this isn't for the show, I just wanted to say this to someone. We are 100% here for that. We have people that do that, and it's important to know that you have a safe space to share if you need to, and we are there. So please do. That said, we have 4 stories we're going to be reading tonight. Kind of excited to get to it. Robin has a long one and a short one, and I have 2 medium-sized ones, so that'll be fun. Do you want to go first, or do you want to go last?
I don't care. Choose your destiny.
You always put it on me. I guess I'll go first because I have one up, and I know if I kick it back to you, you won't read. So I will start.
What are you talking about? I have my story right here.
Well, then why didn't you just say you?
Because I said choose your destiny.
You're like twiddling with your thumbs. You're like, oh, I got a cuticle. I'm not even into this anymore. See, I fucking called it. All right, since this is obviously getting cut from the show, let me tilt that up. Tonight, I'm going to be drinking Leinenkugel's Berry Weiss, which is one of my favorite flavors Leinenkugel's produces. My favorite is Sunset Wheat, but Berry Weiss is pretty good. Pinky's up. I love this beer. Shout out to the fine folks at Cox who did absolutely nothing to fix our problem. It sort of resolved itself last night after being down for 7 whole days. But, yeah.
Also, shout out to Captain Fake Guy for donating 300 bits.
Indeed. Thank you so much. It looks like feedback has almost been defeated. It will take around $4, regardless of whether or not it's in bits or it's in dollar bills, to take over the stream boss. I would also like to shout out some folks before I get into it. We normally don't do this, but because we missed you guys so much, I'm going to do it right now. So, shout out to Shamisha1, who followed us 6 days ago, VI3 Stud, who followed us 3 days ago, Chibi Shortcake, who followed us 2 hours ago, Glitch for resubscribing for the 17th month and said, woo, duck yeah, 8 minutes ago, Captain Fake Eye for resubscribing with Prime Gaming for the 15th month, ASB Bunny for resubscribing with Prime Gaming for the 15th month and said, yay, and here's to many more months. And shout out to Captain Fake Eye for donating another 100 bits. Thank you so much, y'all. We're so happy to be back. I keep constantly looking down at stream quality, hoping and desperately hoping.
So I'm Beef Trainer and I'm What's for Dinner says there's a sound, but some people say that the sound is fine. I don't know.
Lots of people saying the audio is working for me. Also, Robin's bottle is pretty.
Oh, I have more sake. It's just a different kind of sake this time. So each week is a bit different this past few weeks. Last week was actually going to be, I was just going to finish one of the bottles that I had started. But this time I grabbed a new one because I can. And I have so many pink ones. So I want to get through all the pink ones.
Anyone who's having issues with the sound, I would recommend switching over to YouTube and seeing if it's like that over there as well. It might just simply be an issue with Twitch. Yeah, you have so many pretty bottles.
Well, yeah.
So, good stuff. I think I'm going to be the first one to read. We already went over that. That was fun. So I don't really need to recap that. We can get into the first one of the night. And I think I picked my longer of my shorts. Or my longer of my medium. Shout out to Cursed Wolf 89, who just subscribed for the 24th month. That's 2 full years.
And ASB Bunny for subscribing for 15 months.
You already read that.
One?
Read that 10 minutes ago. Thank you, though.
Whoops.
Robin doesn't pay attention when I talk. Don't take it personally. So, all right. I'm going to mark it and launch right in. Here we go. So the first email we have for the show subject is work scare, in parentheses, feel free to share. I don't know if you meant for that to rhyme, but it did. Good work. Starts out like this. Hey there, Adam and Robin.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? My name is Christina, and I'm a new listener since mid-September 2020, and I'm catching up on the episodes from the beginning while listening to new episodes being uploaded since September. My friend Claudia recommended the show, and I listened on Spotify. Shout out to Spotify.
I really like the name Claudia.
It's a good name.
It reminds me of Warehouse 13.
I was waiting for you to say where it's from so that I can understand why you like that name so much. Normally, I do not look for spooky or scary podcasts, but I really love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am very entertained. Due to COVID, I ran out of podcasts to listen to, so I appreciate I will have lots of hours to listen to the show at work. Plus, your personalities, characters, and relationship with each other is really what makes up the show. Thank you so much. I wonder if people think we're annoying all the time since Robin seems to find me so annoying.
He is annoying a lot of the time.
I don't think I am. To begin with my story, I live in Northern Virginia. I work at a valet dry cleaners, and we are located at a warehouse type of building. We take on 3 large units, so it's a fairly large business. I work from afternoon to evenings, and my job mainly includes customer service and being in charge of evening employees who work on later hours. On busy days, we finish around 12 a.m., so yeah, it gets spooky in the nighttime. I have not experienced it, but heard from my coworkers about weird things they've heard or saw. So I have been working at this job since 2011, and I recall coworkers talking about weird noises they have heard. I'm a bit skeptical, but I believe them. More than one occasion, they heard footsteps of children running upstairs.
There shouldn't be, because of the nature of the work. There really shouldn't be children in there. So the fact that they hear children running around is pretty creepy.
Yeah, the worst kind of phantom footsteps are children footsteps, or hooves, because it's probably a demon. That's the scariest part for me in Paranormal Activity, when they put like the baby powder on the ground to see if they can find footsteps.
Oh, and it's just big
hooves, and you're like, oh, that's a weird ghost. It's like, nah, dog. That's a fucking demon.
Satan.
Continuing on. On one unit, we have 3 rooms, a kitchen, and a bathroom built in. Sometimes my employer will rent the rooms for people to live temporarily while they look for a permanent place.
Okay.
At first, they thought it was someone who brought their kids, but at that time, no one was renting it or living upstairs. Now, several different people experienced that, including the owner. The occurrences are not at the same day or week, but years apart, ranging from 2007 to the present.
That's creepy.
That's super creepy. That's a long history. It's 13 years of paranormal activity. We have not identified
13, you say?
Oh, God. Coincidence? I think not. We have not identified what or who it was to this day. I also had a coworker that was from Mexico who has a history in her family to be sensitive to supernatural/paranormal. She said she has seen a dark shadow at the back of the plant one night. This has actually brought back a memory of mine on one thing that happened to me last year. On a Sunday, I stopped by my workplace during the day to make sure everything was good for Monday, and we are closed on Sundays. Naturally, I was there alone by myself. I was too lazy to turn on the lights, and it was somewhat visible if I adjusted my eyes to the dark. Just a quick pause. Always turn on the lights, folks. Just always turn. I know it's like...
That's what Lights Out taught me.
Yeah. It's like, I like walking through the dark sometimes, and I always say in my head, it's like, you merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
What's Darkness Falls? That's another one about keeping your lights on.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, you could trip and hurt yourself, you know. You just roleplay Bane for a little while, then just flip the lights on. Okay, so the eyes are adjusted to the dark. There aren't really any windows besides at the front of the plant. I was walking and I thought I saw a shadowy figure, which made me jump and shriek. It scared the bejesus out of me. After I calmed down, I realized it was my shadow. It was cast from the dim lights from the vending machine, and I hope it really was that. Anyways, I did not really believe in ghosts.
So you don't really know. You just hope.
You don't know. You don't really know. But, okay. Damn it. Anyways, I do not really believe in ghosts. But that was the biggest scare I've had in years. There's actually a rumor at my work that someone had died a long time ago, but it was never confirmed.
How do you not confirm?
Because how long ago it is, you know, it's like...
I guess it does depend on how long ago it was, but if someone died there, someone has to know when that happened, right?
I feel like there's always so many places that have like rumors of something that happened, you know what I mean? Okay. But like it depends on how long ago it happened and whether or not you could actually confirm it, or whether or not it's just like lost to history and is a permanent legend or something along those lines. Unless you have like a family member who can vouch like, yeah, my Nana died in there. I don't know why I made them sound like that. I just imagine they were going to be old and then it came out like that. Stop judging me, people. All right. Rumor not confirmed. It may not be anything at all, but I thought I would share this story. Sorry if it felt like I was dragging on. I tend to beat around the bush a lot. No worries. There are a lot of episodes I haven't heard, but not sure you guys have covered the folklore from Brazil, where I'm from. We have covered some, but not all. Strange since my parents are Korean and they moved there before I was born. I would recommend the Curupira, which I think I actually covered, a mischievous creature with backward feet. I totally did cover that one, so please listen to that episode. On the side note, Robin, have you seen the show called Mystic Pop-Up Bar on Netflix? It's a Korean comedy drama, and it is about the afterlife and ghosts. I honestly think about the both of you when I rewatch the show. Anyways, keep on creeping on. Bye now. Smiley face.
My friend Iris absolutely loves that show, and she told me that I have to watch it, and it is definitely on my list. But unfortunately, like since Christmas season is kind of popping up after Halloween, I've been nonstop watching Christmas movies, but I do have to watch that series because she highly recommended it, and I've watched the trailer for it, and it just seems like the funniest show, and I just need to watch it. I need to actually sit down and watch it.
It's right
really
up her
cute.
alley.
Yeah.
I will say she says Christmas movies. She's not like watching Die Hard over and over. She's watching like Hallmark and The Christmas Prince on Netflix or whatever the hell the name of those movies are with the chick from iZombie. So, yeah, just busting you out a little bit there. But who knows? It could be a good show. Maybe I'll watch it, and then me and you can chat about it, and Robin will be like, I'm not going to watch it because you guys left me out. She'd watch it anyways. But thank you so much for sending that in.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. All right, let's mark that. Look over into Stream Chat. See what you wonderful folks had to say.
Chunkster in our chat on Twitch is actually the person that sent that story in.
Nice.
And they said that it was rumored that someone actually got killed. So that's why there's nobody has confirmed it or whatnot. And that the show is so funny. I do need to watch it. I really want to watch it. I just love Korean dramas, period. I watch so many of them. Like, I'm sure I've told you guys before where Adam would come into the room and I'd be like, watch what he's going to say next. And I say the line before they actually say it. And he's just like, I fucking hate you
I'm just
so
like,
much.
why is everyone yelling at each other so much? Like, can't they just talk without screaming? They're so angry.
It's just a lot of the lines are so predictable that I don't have to know Korean to be able to just say the Korean lines. All right. So,
Looking over into Stream Chat, the first person in the Twitch chat was Laura Ann, who said, hi. ASB Bunny said, hello there. No one replied, General Kenobi, like
when
they should
I
have,
hear,
but that's okay.
So when I see the phrase "hello there," I don't think of that scene from Star Wars. I think of the scene from what is it called? Hot Fuzz, where the guy's like dusting stuff, and then he turns around, he's just like, "Hello there,"
I was like,
with this brush.
Does so and so look like someone I go out with? It's Dave. Hello there.
Yeah,
He waves his brush at him.
That's just what I see when I see "hello there." Anyway.
So I'm trying to find how far back this chat is from this chat.
Okay.
And this chat's first thing is fingers are crossed, and I don't see fingers are crossed on here yet.
Laura Ann also redeemed a drink. Did you already drink?
I will. I have not yet, but let me go ahead and take care of that. Lots of people saying hi, hello there. Jumping into the channel. Like I said, Laura Ann, ASB Bunny, Captain Fake Eye, Stilly Snuggle Kid, Glitch, Kayla Ray Reads, IMB Trainer, Chungster, XX, Goofy Cure, XX. I don't know why I pronounce your X's. Lots of folks. It's all wonderful to see. Very worried that no one was going to come back and watch since we had the technical difficulties last week that seemed to plague us so bad, which was so frustrating. It's always nice to see folks over there in YouTube as well. Jacqueline was the first person in YouTube and missed being the first person in both channels by a single second. Vivian was also there right at the same time as well. Scrolling. Brenda is there as well. Says hello. What up, Brenda? Desmond says, hello, lovelies. What up? Thank you for calling me lovely. That's so sweet of you. I think you can take over on your Twitch chat, and I'll just stick to YouTube.
IMB Trainer says, what's funny about me being cold under a blanket is that I want ice cream despite being cold. I always want ice cream.
My mom does that all the time, too.
I literally had an iced coffee today instead of hot coffee. I just like cold drinks in general. I love ice cream. I love popsicles. Just cold things.
That was the thing we forgot to mention. We got more banana popsicles.
Yeah, we finally got banana popsicles.
Yeah. Looks like JV
Does she
is over
already have
there.
some?
I don't know. I said we
Okay.
forgot to mention it, so I don't know if she's discovered it yet. JV says, "Hey, spooky friends, it's my first time live. Thank you for joining us live. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I'm glad it seems to be working." Vivian says, "Did you give Cox a piece of your mind?" Multiple times, in fact. They were supposed to be here Friday. They did show up. They basically told me nothing was wrong. I showed them the numbers. They're like, "Oh, I guess something is wrong. I don't have a computer, so you'll have to wait till Monday so we can send a supervisor." I was just like, okay, well, there goes the weekend stream. Are you guys kidding me right now?
So we did play
We wanted not
Among
streaming,
Us
but we played Among Us, which
with
was
a bunch of spooky friends.
awesome.
It was so fun, and time passed by so quickly.
We went through 4 hours.
Yeah, we didn't realize
Max.
so much time had passed by because our streams are normally only 2.5 hours. So the fact that we played for so long with everyone was great. It was so funny, so much gaslighting.
It was a good time.
It was really fun. And we definitely want to do that again.
Saturday.
Are we playing Among Us again?
I would like to.
Okay.
I want to work on some stuff where we can stream my screen and your screen, but now that we all scream for ice cream. Oh my god!
Since everyone's
We'll-
talking about ice cream over
We'll
in
see what we're
chat.
technologically capable of doing. I will say though, when Monday came and I was like, cool, the supervisor's going to show up. Everything's going to be fine for the stream. Time, like the clock ticked life away. Is that how it goes? It was so unreal. So I went up calling Cox like, hey, when are you guys going to show up, man? And they're like, and the guy's like, hang on one second. He's just like typing on his keyboard for 5 minutes. He's like, tomorrow between 3 and 5. I was like, that's unacceptable. Like, you told me on Friday you'd be back out on Monday. Don't understand how it takes 72 hours when you came out, and you should have been prepared in the first place. And the guy's like, well, whoever came out on Friday didn't put in the work order for you to have someone come and see you. So this is the soonest we can get to you. And so it went back up last night around midnight, and I just kept refreshing. I kept running speed tests, honestly, like every 5 minutes for the last, 18 to 20 hours. And so I was just like, I'm going to cancel on them when they're on their way. So the guy was on his way, and I was just like, cancel the appointment. Fuck you. I did try and call and reschedule, but they put me on hold for 10 minutes. I was like, nope, not dealing with this. So that is my Cox story. I hate them so much. Yesenia's here. Says, good evening, friends.
Hopey J says, I'm currently drinking a peppermint milkshake. I am very excited for all the new winter drinks that are coming out because the toasted white chocolate mocha at Starbucks is one of my favorite holiday drinks. And so I've already had a bunch of those.
Vivian says, my hand hurts. That's odd. Blanca Bella says, hi, woo. Kat says, woo, back.
Goofy Kier says, wish I could stay for the show, but the internet in my room is horrible and keeps lagging.
Oh.
Hopefully you can watch it later when it's on YouTube.
Also something to think about, and I realized this as I was going through all the technical difficulties on our end this past week, is that we stream in 1080p at 60 frames a second, and most of the time Twitch tries to put you at the resolution we stream. It will automatically reduce the quality down to 720 or 480. Sometimes it doesn't do it though. So if you're having trouble with frame rate or it's skipping, you could always lower your resolution manually, and that might actually help, especially since it's we might not look as crisp, but our voices will still probably come through.
I don't want you to see me crisp anyway, because I can't believe you stream it at such high quality considering my skin is awful.
You look wonderful though. Look at you.
Oh, thanks.
It was funny because when I was putting on makeup last show, Robin was like, you need to blend it. I can see the line. I'm like, it doesn't matter if you can see the line. It matters if it shows up on camera, because certain things look good on camera. I have so many shirts that I wear for work because I'm teleconferencing at this exact desk, and I just have a webcam that only sees me from up here. And if they were to see my that's like I'm wearing crop tops. I'm wearing my old nerdy t-shirts that I really don't fit into anymore.
I feel like I'm wearing a crop top right now. My tummy's just hanging out down here.
It's so funny though, because if Robin's home, I'll get up and I'll walk away from my desk, and she's like, I can see your belly button. What are you doing? I'm like, hey man, this is work from home wardrobe. I look sweet right now. So, all right, keep scrolling through this.
Let's see. Silly Snuggle Kid says, audio is working for me. Also, Robin's bottle is pretty. Robin's sake corner is my favorite. I cannot believe how many bottles I've had.
It's ridiculous.
I just really enjoy it, and I enjoy all the different flavors. If you folks ever want to get us something, sake is always good.
I would like to give you folks an insight. I almost did this earlier, and I almost forgot. Into what it's like to spend a day in the life of someone who's with Robin. And by with, I mean just in proximity. So let's go with 2 days. Robin will have certain effects from dairy sometimes that don't make her feel well. And I understand that.
Intolerance.
It doesn't bother me. I get it, right? So then the next day, when she's starting to recover, she'll say things like, hey, don't let me have that much dairy before bed or even at night. And I'm like, cool. And then later on in the night, when we're like, let's go get a snack, something to hold us over, Robin's like, I'm going to get a glass of eggnog, a bowl of cereal. And I'm just like, what the fuck ever? Like, how am I supposed to moderate her? And then, of course, by the time it's time to go to bed, she's like, I don't feel good. My tummy hurts. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, that sucks so bad. Like, duh. No shit, your tummy hurts. It's just like last night I had to carry up her eggnog, and she was also holding a bowl of cereal. And I was just like, you told me not to let you eat this much dairy, and I just have no power to stop her. So just wanted to relay that to you wonderful folks.
Can you pull up the...
Yeah, sorry about that. Click, click. Okay, still only the one drink. We're good.
Sweet. Chunkster asked if it's strawberry. It is not strawberry sake. It's just nagori sake. It's just rice sake with particular type of rice, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying not to pick ones that are flavored because the flavored ones always have really low alcohol percentages.
She's wanting to get all fucked up on stream for you all. Ow.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Violence.
Yeah. So Kayla Ray Reed says, Tiny Dancers making us alcoholic smoothies. Sounds good.
Nice.
Glitch says, drinking sake tonight for Steve's birthday. Nice.
Vivian says, question of the week. I haven't done this one in a while. If you were a bird, where would you fly first? Far, far away.
I'm just thinking of that song. It's like, I'm like a bird.
I only fly away.
Yeah. If I were a bird, I would want to be a really big one or one that travels large distances because I would fly to Japan.
Wow. I think you'd have to stay on a ship for most of that. I guess you could just land in the ocean and chill out for a bit. So
yeah, so the shark can just come up and eat me, or like a killer whale.
We should make an animated short of like Robin the Sparrow, because you're not a robin, so all the sparrows are mean to you. Like, why would you be named Robin if you're a sparrow? And you're like, I'm leaving and going to Japan. Fuck you. Until you're like time traveling across the ocean.
Wow.
Just came up with that off the top of my head. You're welcome, everyone.
Cute.
I would probably fly to the nearest telephone wire and stand on it and be like, holy shit, this doesn't hurt. That's amazing. Shout out to Hollow Bones.
Did you already shout out to Captain Fake Eye for donating?
I did.
Okay. The extra.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I don't know why.
No, about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Vivian says, we're all a little bit passive aggressive tonight. Actually, scratch that. I'm feeling full on aggressive. Uh-oh.
I'm What's for Dinner says, because of COVID, I had to find another job where I can't listen to podcasts while working, so I'm still behind them all, except for Scaryish. Thank you for always making time for us. I'm glad you are happier where you work now.
Indeed. Vivian says, kids are always up to no good, always trying to make some trouble in the neighborhood. You heard a couple footsteps and you got quite scared. You said, yes, this should be spoken like theme from Bel Air. I realized as I was saying it that it was coming out that way, so I think that's about as good as it's going to get.
Okay. Laura Ann says, love Hallmark movies.
Kay over there on YouTube says, yes, I love Hallmark Christmas movies.
Captain Fake Eye says, I maintain that Lord of the Rings is a Christmas movie.
I could see it. Kind of.
I'm trying to.
There's elves.
There's elves.
There you go. That's all I need. Yesenia says, have you ever... And there's that big guy, the big guy in red. I forget what his name is, the Balrog. He's pretty Santa-like. Yesenia says, have you ever been scared by your own reflection? Sometimes I forget there's a mirror and I scare myself often. I don't think I've ever really been scared by my reflection unless they do something that I didn't do. And then I'm wondering if I'm the mirror or what.
What the... Kayla Ray Reed says, I need to get back into K-dramas. Haven't watched one in like 3 years. There are so many good ones out. There's one that I am watching right now, interspersed in between everything, called Voice. I thought that one was really interesting. I really like the crime ones for some reason. I don't know why. They just do it so well. I think they do it really well.
Vivian says, there was a mirror in the hallway of my school that was shaped like a doorway, and I cannot count how many times me and my friends have almost walked in it. It seriously looks like an open doorway. That is cruel and hilarious and probably in some way, shape, or form evil.
I was Dinner says, dirty joke of the day, how do you spot a blind man at the beach?
I don't know. Isn't a blind man at a nude beach? Go ahead and read the rest.
It's not hard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nude beach.
Okay.
Yesenia says, that sounds so dangerous. It does indeed. JV says, Adam, your beard looks great. Thumbs up. Smiley face. Thank you so much. Robin told me it looked like shit yesterday because I was all greasy because I hadn't showered in a while. I think it looks good, though. But she doesn't like it. Vivian says, if I had a dick, I'd tell you to suck it. She's quoting Betty White. I fucking love that movie. That's Lake Placid. If you've never seen it, please watch it. It's one of the best comedies from like the early 2000s, I think is when it came out.
Mig says, oh, also, 911 girl said that they miss us.
Aw.
And we miss you guys.
It's been like 9 days since we all hung out.
Yeah. I kind of want to do like a painting session and paint stuff. I think that'd be really fun.
Okay. I'm terrible at art.
Okay.
Maybe I'll write a short story while you guys do that.
Let's see. Let me scroll back down here. Mig asked if we've seen Train to Busan. We have. We've actually watched it
A lot.
as a party watch stream on Twitch before, because Saturdays used to be movie streams one week, gaming streams the next week. But we just didn't have a turnout for movies, so we just made every week game week.
Yep.
Because why not?
Anna over there on YouTube says, going to be ghost watching tonight, but I wanted to say hi. Thank you for joining us. Interesting. Let us know how ghost watching goes. Vivian says, Robin has the moral backbone of a chocolate eclair. That's mean, but it's also from, what is his name? The tall, skinny, beautiful, wonderful, hilarious comedian. God damn it, why can't I remember? John Mulaney. I fucking love John Mulaney so much from the bottom of my heart. That's what his dad tells him when he's a child, because that's, how you lecture a child. So, if you've never watched John Mulaney, what's that?
Why am I getting
You're
lectured?
not. I'm relating what was said to where it's from.
Okay.
Vivian says, okay, forget the bird part. If you could fly, what scene would you want to see from a bird's eye view? I would want to see New York City at night. I would just want to crap on people's heads and watch them look up and be like, ugh.
I would want to see Christmas, like snow-covered white Christmas, somewhere in the country where it's just Christmas lights everywhere, big ol' lit up Christmas tree with ornaments and stuff like that, and just like people being cute, dressed up in all their winter clothes, walking around, chit-chatting.
I take mine back.
Really cute.
I would want to see the big Christmas tree in Chicago from like the sky, the bird's eye view of like everyone circling around it, and then I would like to land on top of it and knock off the star and just watch everyone be like, that bird's an asshole, and I'm like, caw, which is bird for fuck you all, and then fly away.
Okay, cool.
So
I'm
tired, so I'm a little loopy. We went to bed at like 5 last night, and I had to get up at 9 for work, so I'm a little bit out there right now. Yesenia says, Robin, you should create a TikTok account and show off your art. I totally agree with that.
I don't know how to use TikTok. I don't know.
It's like Instagram,
all.
But you dance, and I don't know.
I just don't know how.
I have no idea.
I don't know how people do it.
I've never TikTok.
Yeah, I've never TikTok.
I read a book called TikTok by Dean Koontz in like 5th grade. It's been a long time. I remember there was a doll, and it was evil. That's about it.
Chunkster asked if we've seen Peninsula. We have not yet. We really want to. I know my aunt wants to too. We just don't know how we're going to watch it.
He said 2-2.
2-2. Captain Fake Eye says, I love when companies try to tell you nothing's wrong, and then you're like, why the hell would I have called you?
So yeah, I just decided to take an hour out of my day to sit on hold for you to get lied to by me and be like, I got you. I wasted my time for no reason. It's very annoying.
Let's see. I'm just going to scroll through.
Like a bird.
Captain Fake Eye says, it's okay, Robin. I'm also lactose intolerant.
A lot of
Chunkster
folks
says,
are.
we both look fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And lactate pills. That's what Captain Fake Eye said. Yeah, my sister actually takes those. But she still is on the toilet constantly, I feel like. But we also constantly eat cheese and drink milk and have cookies and cake and
I am a sucker for cheese. I avoid milk quite a bit unless it's like cereal, which I don't eat that often.
I love milk. Also, shout out to Ghost Dunk for subscribing for the 16th month in a row. And they say, yo.
Hey, everyone say good job to Ghost Dunk, because he is my DM and he puts up with my shenanigans every Sunday. And there are quite a few shenanigans I put him through. So I love you, Ghost Dunk. You're great. Ghost Dunk also said, TikTok is just Vine, which is what I've always thought of it, but I've always been told, like, it's different. And it's funny because I saw Glitch immediately say, Ghost Dunk, that is a lie, LOL. I don't know the difference.
Chunkster says, I relate, Robin. Do you know what's worse than drinking milk is eating that Paki chip? Oh, is that that one chip that's, like, so spicy that it, like, just murders your mouth?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
JV says, oh my god, I did an all-nighter too. I was editing all night for school. That is familiar, except I was usually writing all night for school, so hopefully it went well for you.
I'm Western Dinner says, Maine blueberry Belgian waffle cone ice cream. That sounds really effing good.
That does.
I just want waffles. I've really wanted waffles lately, and every time we're at the store, I stare at their waffle makers because I really just want waffles.
Waffles are delicious, man.
I love waffles.
Vivian said, it's like Vine, but longer videos and lots of really dumb trends. For all the shit TikTok gets, there are a couple of really funny videos on TikTok. You can go viral for the most random, dumbest shit. That's good to know. I think that would be right up our alley because we usually do pretty dumb shit. So
Tiny Dancer Nation says my favorite K-drama of all time is Dream High. Really awesome songs and cute love triangle. I think my favorite is what is that one called?
Oh My Ghost.
Oh My Ghost. Oh, that one. No, not Oh My Ghost. Oh My Venus.
Oh my bad. Oh my bad.
Oh My Venus.
My favorite is
so
Oh My
cute.
Bad. It's the best one.
Oh My Venus is so good. I just love that one. I love the main actor, Soji Sub, I think his name is. And
He's so old now, though.
He is very but Terrius Behind Me was so good too. I don't know. I just love him. I the first time I ever watched him in any Korean drama was Something Happened in Bali, and that was like in 2004, maybe 2003, 2002, way long time ago. And
I feel like people toss out these questions because they want to see how far off track we can get.
Shit. Okay. I'm just going to keep going.
Yesenia says, tonight I will be up all night doing math homework. JV says, oof, math is murderous. Yesenia says, I follow a lot of crafty and artsy TikTokers, and I love watching people get creative.
What's Dinner says, waffles are pancakes with abs.
Nice.
All right, I'm just going to...
And with crunch. I think that's why I like waffles. I'm caught up on my stuff, so you can start whenever you would like. Yesenia also said, I hate math. I suck. LOL.
All right.
I'm like a bird. I don't know why. I just felt compelled. Come on.
So this next email begins, Hey, Adam and Robin.
Hey,
hello.
What's up?
My name is Shandon, and my friend introduced me to the podcast a couple months ago, and I've been a fan ever since. Thank you for getting shared with us, and to your friend for sharing us.
Thank you for becoming addicted, and thank you to your friend for giving you that first hit. We appreciate it.
That first hit. Yes.
No joke, I used to give people copies of StarCraft. Back in like 7th grade, I'd burn my CD and give them my CD key because they didn't used to have a limit for how many times you could use it. And I got like 10 people playing, and one of my friends is like, you're a fucking drug dealer of video games. Will you stop doing this to us? I'm like, I want people to play with.
What's funny is I was hanging out at my sister's house, and my aunt is in town. My aunt, uncle, they're in town, and I was just hanging out with my sister and my cousin. And my aunt was, I was pointing out how her nails are so long and how she probably just shanks people with them. And she's like, my nails are just stronger than yours. You have weak nails like your mom. I was like, okay, that's one thing.
Shots fired.
And then I was like, the only nails on my hands that don't break are my coke nails. I literally told my aunt that, and I was just like, for snorting my cocaine.
My God.
And I made the motion of snorting cocaine with it in front of her, and I don't think she really realized what I was saying or doing, and it was just the funniest thing because my sister's sitting there like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's just... Seriously though, my pinky nails are the only ones that don't break. I don't know why.
Should I leave this in the podcast or not? Okay. I'm gonna leave it in.
All right. So
she doesn't do coke, for the record. I think we should probably put that out there.
Yes. No, I don't. It's just a joke. Okay.
Jesus, Robin.
All right. So the email continues. I just finished episode 42 where Adam talks about the movie The Omen. My dad wanted to name my younger brother Damien, but my mom saw that movie and said, hell no, and forced him to pick a different name.
I know someone whose husband named their son Damien Lucifer because he was a Satanist and he thought it would be so kick-ass. And I was just like, how are you ever going to yell at that kid when they're older, you know? You can't just call
named me this evil thing.
You can't just call them... Like, when I get in trouble, it's Adam Matthew. You know, my mom gets mad or my dad gets mad. I'm like, oh, shit, they use my middle name. But it's like, Damien Lucifer. It sounds like you're calling out. And it's like, uh-oh. Things are going to get really rough now. So, yeah, I'm 100% serious, too. That is a true story.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Damien isn't really a bad name. I think it's a really cute name.
I don't mind Damien. When you tag Lucifer as the middle name, that's when you start to get away from what I'm thinking.
You just make the middle name 666.
What the fuck, dude?
Okay, no. I just watched the remake actually for The Omen.
You did.
And that kid in that movie was terrifying.
He was.
Absolutely terrifying. Okay. The email continues. I'm a custodian at a high school, and I'm the first person to arrive every day at 5:30 a.m. to unlock and turn on the lights, and I listen to your podcast to get me through the workday. I've heard a lot of weird noises when I'm done. Or, I'm sorry, the A and the L connected together to make D, apparently. I've heard a lot of weird noises when I'm alone, especially since I'm alone unlocking the building. Just the other week, it sounded like something hissed at me. The school was built in the 60s, so there's a lot of history there.
Oh, man. 60s was definitely a time where they put snakes in the walls. I was just trying to connect those two details. I'm like, why do the 60s have hissing? I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. Sorry.
It might have been one of the fans turning on, but I wasn't near a fan room at the time. I'm pretty far behind, so you might have already done this, but a suggestion is haunted school buildings, because there's nothing better than listening to stories of haunted schools while working at one.
That's a really good fucking idea.
I'll add a picture of my Omen baby. Her name is Sierra. Thanks, and keep up the great work.
Sierra is adorable. Thank you for sending the picture. Robin doesn't get to see Sierra because it's a forwarded email, but I got to before I sent it in for editing.
Nice.
So thank you so much. Haunted schools is a really good idea, in fact, because there's so much rich history when it comes to schools that have been around for a long time that might have something happen. I think I brought this up recently, but the school I went to when I was younger was like over 100 years old, and I used to hear stories that the high school was haunted. We built a new high school, and I think I was the first class, maybe the second class, who never spent a year in the old high school. We got to the new high school, and I remember thinking, like, finally, a new building that's not supposed to be haunted, and our superintendent died in the gym. And so immediately everyone's like, well, this building's haunted now too. So there's always rumors like that, especially when it's teenagers and kids. But haunted schools is a really good topic suggestion. So
yeah.
Thank you.
I've looked into it.
Have you?
I definitely want to. Because there's lots of college campuses too.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And I know we've gotten a lot of emails from Annette about her experience with her haunted campus. So, yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending that in. Boop. All right. Let's read some stream chat. And then we'll do our Manscaped plug, and hopefully I won't lose part of my beard again. And then we'll go to commercial. Scrolling up, not a whole lot. Actually, it's a little bit. Vivian says, "Oh my good Lord Jesus" is my favorite one. Not sure what that's in relation to.
Maybe favorite drama.
Maybe.
Captain Fake Eye says, "Virtual paint and wine night. That would be really fun." Laura Ann says, OMG would do virtual painting. I think that'd be really, really fun to do. Kayla Ray Reed says, Kill Me, Heal Me, and Coffee Prince are my favorite. Coffee Prince is really good. It's also been done in different languages, too. It's kind of like
Interesting.
Hana Yori Dango's been done in a bunch of different languages.
The Good Doctor.
Boys Over Flowers, I think it's what it's called. The Good Doctor's from Korean to an American TV show now.
2 languages.
But Boys Over Flowers is like Korean. There's a Taiwanese one. There's a Japanese one. There's another one.
We've had 4 drink redemptions, including one from you.
Yep.
In the last minute.
Okay, so
one from Robin, one from Glitch, one from ASB Bunny, and one from Hoppy J.
Hoppy J?
I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Oh my god.
It's so berry-y. I really like Sunset Wheat. Berry Weiss is good, but Sunset Wheat's the best. JV says, my Zoom class just started and I'm late. LOL. Vivian says, we haven't gone back to remote yet. That's terrible. I think you guys should all be on remote at this point. Yesenia says, oh, you better get to class. Vivian says, how can parents be that selfish? That kid is going to have to live with that name until they're old enough to change it.
I think
on their college diploma, it'll say Damian Lucifer. That's such a dick move. You can change your name when you're 18. You're definitely not graduating from college. And if you're graduating from college at 18...
But their high school diploma is going to
if you graduate from college at 18, and I mean, just leave it on there because you're probably going to take over the world. Let's keep scrolling through. Yeah, that's the end of my YouTube chat, so no big deal there.
I'm Beef Trainer says, since I've regained somewhat connection on Twitch, I have a short, scary story that happened almost 2 weeks ago while driving home. I saw what looked like an eye reflecting a gleam if my headlights crossing the road, only to have it vanished. I freaked out and was like, where the hell did the eye saw go? Only to find that it was a guy wearing a reflective something on his hat. That's pretty funny.
That is funny.
I bet that happens a lot to people, though, too, when they're walking out and they're like, what is that?
Who am I?
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
People talking about TikTok. I really don't understand TikTok.
It's not like there's a whole lot to understand. Thank you to Undertale is Life 07 for following us on Twitch. We sincerely appreciate that. We are 2 stories through our 4 stories.
Glitch says, good job, Ghost Dunk. It's hard being a DM, especially if you have to deal with people like me, and I'm sure Adam can be as bad. I did play a one-shot with him, and he randomly shot a fireball in someone's face.
Technically, I had a necklace of fireballs, and for each bead I threw, it was a level 3 fireball, and each bead above that took it up a level. So I threw the entire necklace, which turned it into, like, 10d10 and basically burned a building down. It was fucking sweet.
My goal is always to fuck up a game.
All I'm saying is if you're doing a one-shot and you have a necklace of fireballs, it's like a 3-hour opportunity to use that many. Just do them all at once. Vivian says, I'm really tired. I think I'm going to lie down and take a little nap. If you need me, just repeat my name 3 times like Beetlejuice. Gotcha. Shout out to Merlin Valor, who just resubscribed using their own money for the 7th month in a row. 7 total. Says, hi, late for the date. It's okay. We're happy you're here.
We're happy you're here too. I'm really glad we're able to do this stream since last week didn't work out, and super happy we can be here tonight. ASB Bunny says, did I already say that? ASB Bunny says, my favorite K-drama is Beating Again. I need to watch that because I keep coming across it on Netflix, and I'm kind of just like, do I want to watch it or not? I don't know.
Brian on YouTube says, moved over to YouTube. Twitch and I have a love-hate relationship. I totally understand.
Tiny Dancer Nation says, my mom is really into old feudal time Asian type K-dramas. She cries in nearly every episode of whatever she watches.
She should watch Kingdom.
My mom is
it's so freaking good.
My mom is the same way about those old school shows and dramas, and I'm just like, what are you watching? But I do watch, I've watched Goong, I've watched Goong 2, and it's more modern, but they still have like a prince in it, you know.
Isn't that our Korean barbecue place?
Goong, it's Palace.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
What? There's another show. Oh, Descendants of the Sun. If you folks have not seen Descendants of the Sun, have you seen that one? Have I made you watch that one?
I don't know.
It's a Korean drama. There's like a couple soldiers in it who are ridiculously hot, but the story is so effing good in it.
Did you move the sign before we started? Because I had it lined up perfectly, and now I can see that it's like tilted and it's not lined up right, and it's just
I didn't touch anything.
Driving me crazy. And now it's too far that way. Keep going.
Everybody says what something about falling in love with Soo-jung.
Anna says, okay, Ghost Watcher haunting chat. I used to have to drive to work at 4 a.m. And one time on a dark stretch, I stopped at a light and there was this creepy guy walking along the road. Noped the fuck out. That's funny. Brian says, wow, much lower res than on Twitch here. You guys don't look so crispy. I will say I think it's another one of those things where it adjusts automatically because when I preview the stream on YouTube before I take it off.
Automatically adjust it the same way when you watch a YouTube video. If your connection's not good enough, it automatically switches to the lower resolution.
I cannot tell you how frustrating it was this past week to be speed testing and seeing our download speeds. And I hardwired my PC.
Our download speed's almost like 700 megs.
I hardwired my PC directly into the modem, and I was getting like 900 meg download and like 0.05 upload. And I was like, fuck you, dude. Like, this is unacceptable.
And upload is what we need to stream with you folks. So.
I have to have 8,000K, which is 8 megabytes. I have to have around 8 megabytes to upload the stream. 6,000 for a decent stream, 3,000 absolutely bare minimum, and I was getting 0.05. So that's how fucked we were this past 7 days.
Yeah.
And that's why it was so frustrating.
Glitch to your story about you sharing StarCraft says we require additional pylons.
Fucking love that game so much.
What does it say now though? It's like must construct additional pylons or something, right? I think that's in the new StarCraft 2.
Our first Valentine's Day together, because when Robin and I met, it was February 3rd. It's the first day we hung out. And we played a bunch of StarCraft together for the first 2 weeks. February 14th is obviously Valentine's Day, and I sent her a meme that said, roses are red, violets are blue. The only additional pylon that I need is you. And I was like, if she likes this, I'm staying with her forever.
Oh, my God. And then we played StarCraft, and he pinged a bunch of times, and now I hate him.
We had one game where she wasn't paying attention. I kept saying, like, we need to move out, and our armies are going to get slaughtered one at a time. And she's like, where are we moving? So you hit Alt-G, and you can hit the map, and it goes like, bing. So it's like, ding, 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 ding. So she wouldn't miss it, because that's what I do. And she's like, that was really rude. Like, no, I just don't
what is that voice?
That was so rude. I can't believe how rude you were right there.
Oh, my God. Okay.
One time, okay, I'm not going to go through all
okay.
these.
Yeah, we have so many stories of just being...
One time, this bitch. No, I'm not going to do that.
Glitch says about the story we just read, Snake Jazz.
That's good. Jay Valor says, just got home. As noted before, I'm a teacher. I was just able to witness a student gain their citizenship and receive a full ride to college. So fuck you, coworker, who called me an idiot. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you, coworker. And shout out to that person because they are awesome for getting their scholarship and their citizenship.
I'm Beef Trainer says it's a basilisk in the pipes and the walls.
That's funny.
It's always a basilisk.
Jay Valor continues. Here for the drinks. Glad to have made it for the last 2 stories.
Chunkster says abandoned schools are a perfect place to do courage tests. We did watch a movie. A new movie came out around Halloween called, I think it was called The Courage Test or something like that. My aunt came over and my cousin came over. I don't know who else came over to watch that. Do you remember that one? It was like it was like a Chinese movie. Was it Chinese? I don't remember. but it was like the students in this university were doing a courage test. And there was this thing where you would walk up the steps. There's like a set of stairs. You walk up the steps, and it's an exact number of steps. But when you do this courage test at a certain time of night, you walk up the steps and you count. You close your eyes and you count. And there's one extra step.
That's super cool.
And if you turn around when you get to the top, you get caught or whatever, eaten by the demon. Or
you win $1 million. Okay.
Captain Fake Eye says Boys Over Flowers is so good. It is so
Captain Fake
good.
Eye and Girl Panic have both redeemed a high five. So.
Oh, did you see my belly? Okay.
You're so aggressive.
Ghost Dunk says Hanayori Dango, the Japanese drama, is the best. I absolutely agree. I had to buy it. I actually own it on DVD because it is probably one of my favorite dramas of all time.
Ghost Dunk says, I had to call a Comcast dude out 3 times before they found a problem in the neighborhood network. Honestly, man, it's just like, there's something wrong. I wish you guys weren't all lazy and stupid because it just makes us take so much fucking longer.
Let's see.
Jada says, damn, I'm late. Don't you worry, Jada.
We still got 2 stories. Chunkster says, My Lovely Samsoon is a gold masterpiece of Korean drama. That one is actually really good, too.
Jada says, Bridge Curse.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. That's the one we watched. And that one was, like, it was good. And then at the end, it was weird. Like, the whole concept behind what was going on was really strange. But it was enjoyable. I would recommend watching that one. Undertale is Life says, Are those mangas I see in the background? Yep. And those aren't even a fraction of what I have.
And then this
no, those are a fraction of what I have because, okay. So is it not even a fraction because it's just I have a million?
I mean, technically, 1/1 is a fucking fraction. So yeah, it's a fraction.
Okay,
but,
it's a fraction.
Yeah,
but
it's a low percentage.
This
of
is the new stuff that I've gotten since we've moved into this office.
Yeah, this thing was empty for a while, and down here there's more. You can't see it. The Scaryish pillow hides it. To the left of the Scaryish pillow is about
it's all comic books.
200 or 300 unread comic books that we've been collecting for the last 4 years.
Because we
our
love Marvel.
Our comic book store closed.
Yeah, our comic book store closed.
She loves Marvel. I like Marvel. I love DC. I have so many Batmans. I have Doomsday Clock. I have Joker War. I have a lot of shit. So
let's see.
Fucking love comic
Ghost
books.
Dunk says, Has Robin seen My Life as a Villainess? I've never seen that one. I've never even heard of that one. I gotta check that one out.
Bob, I have not sold any comics. In my life, I've never gotten rid of a comic. I hang on to them forever. Or until someone destroys them on accident, which is heartbreaking.
Oh, Ghost Dunk says the main actress in Hanayori Dango is my favorite because watching her old drama Kids War helped me learn Japanese. That's so cute.
Ghost Dunk speaks Japanese, by the way. It's very impressive.
I think Sailor Moon teaches Japanese too. I really like Sailor Moon, and it's really basic Japanese, and you can kind of pick up on it. Okay, I'm gonna actually have Adam read his, or is it my turn to read?
It's ad time, actually.
It's ad time. Okay.
JV says, imagine Adam dressed as Batman. I do every night in the mirror before I go to bed. And Robin is Robin. Holy shit, that would be awesome. You'd make such a cool and, let's be real, sexy Robin.
All right.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so we're gonna move.
As a boy for you.
Oh my God, there are female Robins, you know.
Oh.
God. All right, moving into the first ad before we get into the ads, which I don't know why I pronounced it like that. We are currently running a sponsorship. We are currently partnered with Manscaped, as you can see on the sign. If you go to manscaped.com and use code Scaryish, all caps, just like it is on the sign, at checkout you receive 20% off your entire order and free shipping. And let's be real, Manscaped offers some pretty good products. Mentioned it before. I mentioned it before they ever reached out to us. I had one of their Lawnmower 3.0s for trimming sensitive skin. The things are fantastic. If you watched 2 weeks ago when we were advertising the product, it is in this desk, and it's a pretty good thing that I'm going to grab it right now and take it out of Robin's hands.
Oh, sorry.
Because I don't trust her because she took a hack out of my beard. They're fairly small. This thing has not been charged since it's been sent to us. It still has a really powerful charge. It has a headlight for if you're trimming your pubes in the dark.
I just love that it's wireless.
It's just really nice product.
It helps you get them crevices.
It's fairly cheap. It helps you get them crevices. And it's really good for sensitive skin. It doesn't nick you. It doesn't tear you up.
Someone was saying you can use it on a long-haired cat if they get matted.
If you have a need for something like this, it's one of the best products that I've found. And I got it before they ever sponsored us. So now that we have an extra 2, it's pretty fucking amazing. They also have things like Ball Tonic, Ball Reviver, which is basically deodorant for your downstairs parts. I know 70% of our audience is female, which is pretty amazing. So It's kind of weird to be sponsored by a place called Manscaped, but there are products there that you might use. And if you're looking for gifts right now, because we are coming up on Christmas, it's a good time to do it. And this is good for all downstairs parts, not just male downstairs parts. Hashtag just saying. So, and it's strong enough to take a huge hack out of a full-blown fucking beard, as we all learned 2 weeks ago. So shout out to Manscaped for sponsoring us. Head over to manscaped.com. Check out what they have, and if you find anything you like, get 20% off and free shipping on us just by using that code. All right, we're going to go into the regular ads, which we run on Twitch. They don't run on YouTube during the live show, but if you watch it again after the fact, we do have ads there now, so that's kind of cool. I will let Robin vamp for a little bit because I accidentally closed the ad window.
Oh, really?
Nice. It won't take terribly long. I'm actually, okay, I got it back up and running.
Okay.
You're terrible at vamping anyway, so this is going to save us. All right, we're going to go to ads, right? Meow. Some of you don't get ads. Some of you do. I don't know why. No one knows why. It's a mystery. It's an absolute mystery. I don't want to read people's chat while we're in ads, but I'll read YouTube chat while we're in ads. Brian says, couple's costume for next Halloween party for you two right there. I would love to do that.
What?
I need to lose weight, though. I don't want to be fat.
Oh, Batman and Robin. Got it.
Jay Valor says, haha, Adam over there like, there's girl Robins, but he's already got himself a Robin. Yesenia says, it's perfect. Glitch says, Julie Madsen was the only female Robin. Exactly. And Brian said, has Wi-Fi so you can control it with your smartphone. That would be pretty cool if it actually had Wi-Fi. It's because Robin said she wanted to say it had Wi-Fi the other show.
But it's just because it's wireless.
It's just a solid trimmer, man. It's hard to find a good trimmer that lasts for a while.
I enjoy not having cables that you have to drag around because my straightening iron already has a cable. My curling iron has a cable. My toothbrush, the charging base has a cable. So the entire bathroom's just plugged up. And it's nice to have something that I don't have to plug in.
I love devices that don't have their batteries burn out. Like when your battery burns out super quick or it just never holds a charge, it drives me crazy. And these things are pretty good. So check them out. Just saying. Hashtag just saying.
Bob DeBuilder says, have you read Wanted? I've never read the actual comic for Wanted, but I've watched the movie 10 times. I dated someone who worked at a movie theater. And when that
You're
movie
let me
came
watch
out,
this really average movie over and
but
over.
But it's because I would just constantly hang out at the movie theater, and so I would just constantly watch all these movies over and over and over again. Don't miss that.
Which says, just saying, she was a badass, and so is Robin. This is true.
Silly Snuggle Kids redeemed a drink. So
I think that might be our last one of the night, and I'm pretty close to finishing off my beer, so that's good.
I've already had half this bottle, maybe. You should have some, too.
What's the proof on it?
It's only 12. 12.5.
Y'all are going to get Robin wasted.
What's yours?
I mean, it's 5. It's a line of Kugels.
Oh.
4.7. So.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Still, that's 3.5 Bud Lights. He says, Adam, you're not fat, just fluffy. It's very nice of you to say.
I'm just big brown.
No.
Captain Fake Guy says, your drink looks so good. It actually tastes pretty good. I'm weak for, pink booze, I guess. But this one is supposed to be cherry blossom themed, I guess. I have a cart filled with all the sakes that I want, and half of them are pink. I don't know why.
Leona Texas says, cheers, guys. Cheers. I always say your name differently, and it's I'm seeing it for the first time every time. I'm terrible with names, and I apologize for that. It's good shit.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
I saw earlier, I don't know if you addressed it, but Girl Panic asked if we're doing Among Us again on Saturday. We are, because that was just super fucking fun.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I think the dogs... So this weird thing keeps happening between 5:30 and 6:30 at night where we hear an explosion outside. And it's not just a firework someone's shooting off. It legitimately sounds like someone is blowing off dynamite outside. And it just scares the shit out of our dogs. Not literally, because that would be very gross, but it's definitely got them on edge, so they're barking at the door now, even though we're in the show.
Her head just keeps going like this.
Then close the door. We're live, dog. We don't have food in here, so she's not going to want to come in. Just close the door.
Do you want in or not? Her tilting her head is the cutest thing.
It's because she's processing. Namaria.
She comes closer every time.
Namaria.
Come on. Do you want to come in?
Okay, that's enough. We're not playing the game with the dog. She plays this game where she makes you stand at the fucking door over and over and over and over and over. Robin's just opening the door and closing the door. No regard for you wonderful viewers.
Sorry.
How long is this taking? It's making me vamp it up.
Fine.
Leanne said, just close the door. Although Laura Ann said, doggo. I hear doggo, says I am beef trainer. At some point, the creature will probably enter the office this episode, but we'll see. She's very stubborn to walk through doors. You look fucking great, dude. I hate it when you're like, I don't like how I look right now.
Thanks.
Brian says, I prefer to refer to my excess body fat as my body pillow. That's hilarious. All right. So we're done with the ads. I am caught up on YouTube. I don't know if you want to read some more Twitch. We're pretty close.
I'm Beef Trainer says, heads up. We're looking to send you some more wine for Christmas.
Hells yeah.
Hells yeah.
I'm looking to drink more wine for Christmas. It matches.
Matches?
I said I'm looking to drink more wine for Christmas. It matches.
Okay.
Gross.
Sorry. Burp.
I totally burped though. So.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is it my turn to read?
I just asked you if you wanted to read more Twitch chat, or otherwise I can read
my
next one.
I'm ready. You can read.
Okay, and then you read more, so I was like, oh, she's going to keep going. Cool. Let me mark that, and we'll get back into it. All right, so I'm going to move on to my next email of the show. And this one's subject is mental illness and paranormal weirdness plus haunted job. That's a lot going on right there. Starts out like this. Hi there.
Hello there.
What's up, General Kenobi? I'm Lexi, long time but slow listener here. I'm Adam, long time but slow host here. I don't have lots of stories, but I have a few. I'll just share one here right now. Kind of long email, sorry, of a oh my god, I almost said weird? Weird and creepy, I almost combined those.
Did you not get that?
What?
I said gruel.
Like gruel's a thing.
Huh?
Gruel is a thing.
No, but I'm talking about the Mean Girls when she's like gruel.
Oh, I haven't seen.
She's like great and cool.
I haven't seen it in a while, so.
Oh my lord.
We're gonna power through this, even though that dog's barking outside. Kind of long email. Sorry, of a weird, creepy work experience. It can be sure. Man, what the fuck? I've had one line of Googles. It's not my eyes. It can for sure be shared on the pod. My boyfriend and I love the pod and are also very behind. Thank you both. We started only a year behind, and it's taking us so long because we only listen together. In parentheses, it says, or else, then it has a skull.
That's romantic.
It is. And
but we also fight about stuff. Like the other day, Adam was like, you watched that without me?
Well, she always says that I watched it with her. I'm like, I've never seen that, so that's impossible. If someone watched it with you, it's your other boyfriend. So... All right, it continues. We don't have all the time in the world to focus on listening at home after work and stuff. We love listening on road trips like heading down to Disney. Nice. But not before bed because I'm a scaredy cat. Anyway, we just listened to Storytime episode 16. I told you we were behind, and I'm guessing by the time you see this, we will be much farther along. And Adam was talking about his brother's experience meditating and asking if anything was there and having a response, and it being the first time he's heard a voice other than his own. This story reminded me of a work story that spooked me a couple years ago, and I wanted to share. I am a clinician, I think I said that right, a clinician at a mental health facility, and I do clinical assessments on clients who present to the facility under a Baker Act. In parentheses, it says, it's a Florida law. At its most basic description to non-Floridians, a Baker Act is a 72-hour psychiatric hold for those deemed unsafe to themselves or others. I'm going to be super vague in most of this because of HIPAA, federal law protecting privacy for healthcare.
All right.
But I can still get the story across decently. I was assessing this client who was diagnosed with schizophrenia. While we were talking, this client was obviously responding to internal stimuli, and it was difficult to assess this person because they weren't really answering my questions. They kept looking past my shoulder while we talked, but poor eye contact isn't uncommon, so I tried to let it go.
That's terrifying, though, because it's like they see something behind you.
Right.
You know, it's a really scary thought.
The amount of hallucinations a schizophrenic person has, like, knows no bounds. Like, they can hear things that aren't there, see things that aren't there, even smell things that aren't there. So it is definitely very difficult to manage and deal with. The story continues. I asked them if they were having auditory hallucinations, and they nodded yes. Then I asked about visual hallucinations, and they just kept looking past me and finally said, I'm not supposed to say. Before I could ask anything else, the client said, he doesn't like you. I wanted to press a little I just got cold chills. I wanted to press a little further to get as much info as I could to help the psychiatrist, and so stupidly was like, who doesn't? Are you seeing someone now? And they nodded slowly and described the person as a person with a wide smile and bleeding eyes.
That's terrifying.
They again said, he doesn't like you. I again asked if this person was in the room, and while still looking past my shoulder, he said, he's right behind you. I immediately had a scared, sinking feeling and felt like something bad was going to happen. Needless to say, I professionally ended the conversation and went back to the office. I was genuinely so uneasy and more anxious than usual for the rest of my shift. I couldn't imagine having hallucinations and seeing something so terrifying all the time. I found out that this client doesn't usually have that hallucination. Typically, they see a dead relative. Still scary, but even scarier to think that the creepy thing they saw while I spoke to them only presents while they are inpatient at my job.
Seeing a dead relative, though, what if this person is actually seeing spirits? You know, they're not actually insane or crazy or anything. They're actually seeing these spirits.
When you get down to the nitty-gritty of mental illness, it's a very difficult thing to believe in stuff like ghosts or to believe in things like spirits or supernatural entities when you also have folks that definitely have mental health issues that cause hallucinations and cause them to see stuff. And I think that's something that certain horror movies definitely play on. The idea of when you go somewhere and say, I'm seeing something that other people aren't seeing, is typically when you get diagnosed with something like schizophrenia. And I think a lot of horror movies play it safe, where they lean away from that, where it's like, they're seeing things that are there, that are spiritual or supernatural in nature, that just don't present when other people are in the room. It's definitely a lot creepier when you say, I'm seeing things that are here right now that you can't see, which is similar to like that Bruce Willis movie, I always forget the name of, The Sixth Sense. And in this case, it's pretty terrifying. And I imagine when you see stuff like this on a constant daily basis, and you have your checklist from the DSM-5, I think it is now, that says like, these are the symptoms of schizophrenia. It's definitely something you kind of get used to, but you're still going to get an experience like this that's super creepy. I've always thought, like, when it comes to things like that, and I think it's just a natural thought, like, well, what if there's something mixed in there that's unexplainable, but it's actually not a symptom? It's something they're truly experiencing. And it's impossible to tell, you know,
Yeah.
which makes it all the more hard. The email continues, typically they see a dead family member. I already read that. Fuck. I'm marking it. Many coworkers are convinced work is haunted. I have coworkers who say they've seen children outside at night, that toilets flush randomly on the kids unit, and adults who are not psychotic have seen weird animal things. I worked at a different facility in a different capacity and saw a few strange things myself. So maybe mental illness draws some weird stuff. I'm a bit of a skeptic who loves paranormal things. I'm not saying ghosts and demons and hauntings aren't real. I'm just so fortunate to not have had any real experiences. That's how I am mostly too. I don't want any. I am grateful ghosties leave me be. I guess I'm saying I'm open-minded enough to know it all probably exists, and I don't fuck with it. Huge nope to Ouija boards and asking if anyone else is around, because nope. Skepticism aside, I often think about the correlation between certain mental illnesses and paranormal experiences, particularly schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. A lot of clients who present manic or actively hallucinating are religiously preoccupied and express feeling energies and being afraid of things no one else can see or hear. I also have been finding a correlation between clients who had imaginary friends as kids who now use substances, even if they don't correlate them. Sorry, psychology nerd. I like patterns and weird stuff, LOL. Anyway, sorry for the long email. Just wanted to share a creepy and sad if you think about how people literally experience things all the time story. I have some more I'll share eventually. So happy to have found you guys, and even better, I have a partner to share it with.
Aww.
Sending so much love your way. Keep on creeping on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for sending it in.
It's really interesting when you work with people that deal with those types of things on a daily basis, because everyone experiences things differently, and it's really hard to make it like a heads or tails of any of it, you know, especially when some people might actually be seeing things and you never know.
I think it's really important when you're going through something like that and you're asking folks questions about what they see and what they're experiencing to have questions like you went through, because in certain cases people say, and here's the thing is like, there's a stereotypical thought where crazy people don't know they're crazy. You know, they think that the things they're seeing are completely real no matter what. And then there's other instances where people present with things that are quickly diagnosed as schizophrenic or bipolar or multiple personality disorders or these other things, and they actually don't match the criteria. Like, they're very aware that these things aren't normal and they feel a shift and they lose control in some way, shape, or form. I've gone over several possession stories that definitely fit the criteria for things like schizophrenia and other mental illnesses. And I've had a couple possessions that I've covered on the show where they absolutely don't. Like, there's no reason they should have ever been diagnosed with the diagnosis they received other than no one knew what was wrong, and it was basically too terrifying for anyone to touch, and they just said, like, this person's probably going to pass away, so we're going to step back away from it. So it's one of those more terrifying sides of Scaryish, for sure. And it's the alternative is there's nothing there, and they're just haunted by something that is that terrible, which is their own mind basically plaguing them, which is really hard to think about, which is, I think, why a lot of people have the stigma of schizophrenia, because it just breaks your heart to think about it. So I appreciate you sending it in and talking about it, because it is a really compelling topic, and it's something I do have experience with in my own life. So thank you for sending that in. All right, let's look over in Stream Chat and see what you wonderful folks had to say.
Bob the Builder posted that body pillow
the change.org.
Yeah.
I'm so happy the fucking stream works again, because I can stream Zelda again finally on my personal account.
People are talking about that Georgetown winery or Georgetown Tavern that they sent us I'm Beef Trainer and I'm Western Dinner sent us wine from in the chat that they're just talking about right now. So I don't know what you got on YouTube.
Brian says, people are always surprised that I walk so quietly. I essentially have pillows on my feet. That is hilarious.
I grew up on a second floor. I feel like I've always lived on in like a 2-story on the second floor that I remember anyway. And I always got yelled at, like, you need to walk quieter, because I always like stomped like a monster. My
dad just moved into a second floor apartment, and I'm a little bit nervous with the people who live below him, because he definitely walks like he's stomping, and I'm just like, ooh, he's so heavy-footed. It's going to be so terrible for the person below him.
Yeah.
I want him on the second floor, though, even though it's a pain in the butt to move someone into a second floor unit, because I didn't want anyone above him, because I didn't want him to be constantly disturbed. And then I realized, like, damn.
Yeah.
I just cursed the people that live below him. Shout out to Dave McClam, who's in the chat right now on YouTube. He says, oh, the people you work with. I worked with David for a while. He's an amazing human being.
ASB Bunny wants to point out that if anyone needs an outlet, there's a Discord channel for like a mental health check-in type thing where you can kind of vent your, I don't know, things that are on your mind, I guess. And there are people there that kind of chit-chat about it with you, maybe some advice, or just there to support you and be like, hey, things will be okay. So if you folks want to join our Discord, you can go to our website, scaryish.com, and there's a link for it there. Gonna scroll.
Ginseng Joe over there on YouTube says, imaginary friends. That makes me wonder whether I had any imaginary friends growing up. I don't remember having any. On some real shit, though. Looks really good in that outfit and beard. I'm really digging it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Ghost Dunk says, my ex-girlfriend called me OMS, Old Man Stampy. Old
what?
Man Stampy.
Oh, that's definitely what my fucking dad does, dude. He just, I don't know, I feel like he still marches around like when he was in the Marines, where you have to have like a certain cadence to your feet, which actually helps when you move someone, because you kind of have to match your stride, so you don't bounce too much or like lose step. And I always am able to match my dad's stride because it's very timed and rhythmic.
I have been playing the new Kingdom Hearts game, Melody of Memories, which is so effing good. If you folks were ever confused about all the different Kingdom Hearts games and the storyline that goes through them, it's a really good game to play because it just, it's like a speed storytelling of everything that's happened in Kingdom Hearts to the Kingdom Hearts music, which is awesome. Highly recommend it. I have it for Switch if anybody wants to play with me, I guess.
That's funny.
Because I have no friends that will play that game.
She's a rhythm gamer.
Yeah, if you folks if you folks watched Video Game High School, I would be the one that gets put into rhythm gaming because I play all the rhythm games like Rock Band and Hatsune Miku. I have the theater rhythm game for Final Fantasy. Beat Saber, love that game. I just love rhythm games. I don't know.
I'm not a rhythm gamer. I don't do too well at them typically. I do really like Beat Saber because you're basically using lightsabers to cut shit up. I just get too excited and I'm just like fucking slashing at everything and I'm going like the wrong way and the wrong direction and I wind up losing pretty quick.
I gotta pee.
You have to pee?
Yeah.
Shocker, you've drank like a whole bottle of sake.
Yeah, I know.
All right, go ahead. Cool. We'll all wait. No worries. Seeing that David's in the channel, I am curious, David, did you get a PS5? I'm pretty sure you did. but I'm not 100% sure, so I figured I'd ask. Brian, what?
Did it overheat?
Brian says, I've only played the first Kingdom Hearts. I need to play the others. Leonid says, I recently heard a podcast about the alleged Disney catacombs. Ooh, that's interesting. What else do we got? Scrolling a little bit here. ASP Bunny, ASP Bunny mentioned the thing about Discord, so David did not get a PS5. I didn't either. I didn't get a PS5. I didn't get an Xbox Series X. I have a PC. I play all my shit on that now, so it's kind of hard for me to convince myself to drop $500 on something that's super hard to find when I probably would only use it for Netflix. Oh, you have to buy 2 of them? Ugh. Why? Ginseng Joe says, what are catacombs? Tunnels. It's like Paris has catacombs, or like tunnels that run underneath a city, or I don't know, in this case Disneyland, that are typically filled with dead bodies. It's like a big burial site that's underneath someplace. Ginseng Joe says, PC Master Race. Honestly, it's just easier for me. You know, I have to do all this editing and shit for the show, and I had to beef up my PC because my other one was 10 years old. Now that I have this thing, it's like it runs just as good or better than an Xbox. And it's like I have Xbox Game Pass, so I can get all the games they release for free, and it's on my PC, and they all play on PC, so it's a lot easier for me, and it saves money. Chunkster says, Animal Crossing all the way. Captain Fake Guy says, speaking of games, I am very basic, and will play Animal Crossing immediately after that. Ghost Dunk says, I can't buy a PS5 until I watch all the Switch games I haven't played yet, or until I play all the Switch games I haven't played yet. I finally broke the curse of buying games that I never play, because I used to do that a lot. Now I just buy dice that I never roll, so no big deal. David says, what about your PSVR? I actually really like my PSVR. There's a game for it called Dead Hungry, where you're in a food truck, and it's like the zombie apocalypse, and you're making food and throwing them at zombies before they eat you. And it's a pretty good workout, too. You just start pouring sweat. No, I probably won't sell it, to be honest with you. That's the only thing that I play when it comes to PlayStation. I have another unit, though. The cord got chewed up by my cat, and I just need to have one piece replaced, and it would work. So maybe if I get that replaced, I'd totally get rid of it. So
don't look at my belly. Ugh.
So annoyed that she's bringing this dog on the show yet again.
She's so cute, though.
She's adorable, but she takes over. Is it worth buying? Honestly, there is not a lot of games for it, which is what my biggest fear was. Ginseng Joe says, Robin used an invisibility spell. I think she actually cast Find Familiar over here. There's hair everywhere. Everyone's freaking out because the dog is on the screen.
Who's a cute doggo?
She's like, I am.
The other dogs.
Our corgi is under the table right now, losing her mind in jealousy because she's not having any attention paid to her. So you're also the person who has the last email to go, just like last time the dog was in the room. If the stream cuts out, it's because the dogs tripped over a cord or stepped on a power switch and turned everything off. So she totally looks like a fox. She got out of the house one time and she ran down the street to get pet by a bunch of kids that were playing basketball. And I ran down there and one kid said, like, I thought it was a fox. And it made me nervous that if a kid saw a fox charging at them, they might like run away and scream and the parents would come out and get super pissed at me. Hey, you left your pizza crust in there last night.
Should I move it?
No, I'll keep an eye on it.
All right. So this is going to be the last email of the episode. And the subject is My Last Apparition.
Interesting. That sounds like a Korean drama.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, it goes. Hi, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
Hello. The podcast was recommended to me by Spotify. Sorry, the dog is kicking something.
Reread that.
The podcast was recommended.
Holy shit, this is why I don't allow dogs in the office.
Because they're too cute. Damn it, dog. You want to go outside now?
Dude, she's hitting the camera now.
It's because her tail's like a weapon.
Well, then let her out. Yep, there you go. No more dogs in the office unless it's the end of the show.
They're like bullets.
Can you fix the camera?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, really? Because if you come look at this, I think you'll think differently.
What's wrong with it?
So, okay. I want everyone to type in chat right now whether or not there's anything off about the camera since Robin doesn't believe me. It's crooked. You can literally see the desk on your side.
Oh.
Good enough. Whatever. I'm just going to let you set up stuff from now on, and I'm going to be the one that has the fun of letting the dogs in and ruining everything.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's your show, dog.
All right.
You do what you want. Holy shit, are you serious? Are you going to read or what?
I am going to read. I just had to get my spot. Jesus fucking Christ.
Stop screaming at me. People are listening to this. You're spiking their microphone, or you're spiking their speakers right now. Get out of here. Don't you dare.
This podcast was recommended to me by Spotify at the beginning of 2019, and I've been hooked since. I thought that maybe you guys would like to read the story, and I would love to hear your reactions to it. It's kind of long, so I would like to apologize to Spooky Mom for correcting this. My siblings and I could always see things that weren't really there, which is so interesting that we just came off a topic about people that were seeing things.
Right. Weird carryover.
Unlike when I saw real people, I always could feel emotions that didn't belong to me when I saw these things. My mother used to tell us we were like her. I learned at an early age to live with it, and most times I didn't feel any fear at the things I saw. I even got familiar with some of the apparitions and noticed many patterns to the reasoning behind their presence. I just kept hearing noises coming from your side. Were you like scratching or?
No, I just wiped my mouth a little tiny bit.
Oh, okay. My parents moved a lot, like a lot. I went to 11 schools, and in 2 of them, I stayed for 3 years. One time, when I was 13, my parents moved me and my siblings to their home country, a small, impoverished third world country. We lived in a house 20 minutes from town with a heavily neglected dirt/gravel road. I don't know how far the dirt road reached because I was too scared to go further than necessary. My house was in the corner of the 10 houses that sat in the area. We didn't have lampposts, so the road got really dark at night. That's just terrifying. Like, I mean, I think there's a road near where we live that has no streetlights on it. And even though it's somewhat of a main road, like people use it all the time, it's still really scary. Because there's no lights. I can't imagine having my house on a street that had no street lights.
I grew up on a really busy street that had no street lights at all. And there's a lot of places like that where I grew up. We actually wound up paying, I'm pretty sure the county or whoever it is, to put a street light. Like we had an H driveway, and we paid them to put in a street light between our 2 driveways. Because it was just so fucking dark. And I'm pretty sure we were on vacation one time and someone crashed because it was so fucking dark, and they ran into one of our trees. And it completely tore up our yard. It knocked the tree down. We got back from vacation, and like no one let us know what happened. We just knew that it had been completely destroyed, so we had to reach out to someone. And at that point, we're like, since there's no tree there now, we're going to try and put a light pole there.
After the small cluster of houses, the dirt road continued to what seemed like an even darker place. The road was surrounded on both sides by overgrown, abandoned farmland. It looked like it continued on the right side for more than my eyes could see. It was really dark at night. It's standard in the country to have bathrooms and showers on the outside, like Shrek, but instead of wood, it's a concrete stall. All right. Instead of fences, we had 10 feet tall cinder block walls around the property, as was common given the crime statistics. That's super scary that you have to have 10-foot walls to kind of protect yourself. My bathroom was right at the end of the small backyard, right across from the back door. I rarely ever use the bathroom at night because of this. Still don't, even though I moved. One night, I couldn't hold it in any longer, so fuck. Adam's like, God fucking
I'm just
damn
watching this one email double how many marks were on this episode.
I'm also like halfway through this bottle of sake, so fuck. After a long debate in my head, I got up and decided to go pee. I had been awake for a few minutes because I was trying to find a way to not go outside. I was wide awake and annoyed at the inconvenience. I stepped outside and immediately saw her. Despite the pitch darkness, I could see her as if she was standing in a well-lit room. She wasn't glowing or anything, but I could see her image so clearly. Right in front of me. The bathroom stall was right behind her. A woman in her early 30s wearing white capri pants and a plain fuchsia shirt. I'll never forget it. There was blood trickling down the side of her face. A hammer was attached to the left side of her head. Oh my freaking gosh. Her face had a pleading expression, and she pointed to what I assumed was something next to me. I did not feel fear at that moment, but I didn't want to see what was beside me, so I carefully backed away and shut the back door closed and went back to my room.
It's like, nope, I'm out of here.
I no longer had to pee. Man, I can't even imagine seeing that in my backyard.
I'm wondering if you're saying I no longer had to pee because the urge went away, or you peed your pants. Yeah. Exactly.
I got back to my bed and turned facing away from my window that faced the backyard. I remember fighting for that exact room because I loved the huge window that looked into our small yard. That whole night, I couldn't stop feeling someone staring at me from that window. Ah! Oh, that's super creepy. I could feel the desperation in my core. I played music on my iPod and ignored it. The presence continued for about 4 days at night. I was ridden with anxiety that I still feel 9 years later. The last night I felt it, the moon was very bright and the light shone on the usually dark yard. There I was in my bed with the large window facing my back, and I could swear I was seeing a shadow pacing right outside the window. I tried to keep my eyes closed, but I kept waking up, and every time I opened my eyes, the shadow was there. I could feel like I was being stared at. All I could feel was desperation. The next morning, I felt nothing, and I was truly relieved. My mom had gone to get eggs from a neighbor for breakfast, and I could feel that the presence was gone. I was so relieved to carry on with my normal life after those terrible days full of anxiety. When my mom came home, she looked disturbed. I asked her what was wrong, and she said something was going on in the field, like 3 blocks down. We didn't have cable, and we only watched DVDs, but when it came to news, there was this one local channel that did not censor anything.
Nice.
What?
I'm sure they didn't mind getting charged by the FCC constantly for not censoring anything.
My mom looked to see if it was on, since she saw a news van. After a few minutes, I saw that what the commotion was about. A 50-something-year-old man had killed his partner and buried her in his abandoned property. The man confessed to killing her and burying her there while he was drunk. He beat her up badly and killed her with a hammer. So it's like they saw everything.
Gross.
Sorry. So it's like they saw everything in this vision. Not necessarily everything, but this woman with the hammer and just that's a detail.
They saw the ghost of this person who had been murdered,
yeah.
Which is kind of terrifying since it completely is identifiable to this body.
I couldn't help but cry. The news channel did not disappoint with their lack of censoring. Oh my gosh. There she was, being pulled from the ground. The video quality was grainy due to a lack of funds for better equipment, but there was no mistake. The pants were full of dirt and blood, but it was unmistakably a pair of white capri pants, and the same fuchsia shirt. The same woman who pointed me in the direction of her body that I ignored. After that, I closed off my mind for the other world. I didn't know I had a switch until then. It doesn't keep everything out, but the weaker presences don't stand a chance. I do sometimes still see the stronger presence, but I look away and push them out. I never got rid of the anxiety except for that day. It is a part of me that I am now trying to fix, but I don't believe the feeling will ever go away. All I can do is control my reaction. I regret not helping because maybe then I wouldn't feel like this. I could feel the frustration. I just didn't understand then that she wanted to be found. I sometimes manage to repress the memory. I have chills right now. I sometimes manage to repress the memory one time for 5 years, but the feeling always lingered. I couldn't imagine wanting to be found so badly, and a 13-year-old girl is the only one that can see and hear you, yet she chooses to ignore you. I wish I could say sorry. That's really sad. Thank you for reading this. I love your channel. You guys make it seem like we're casually chatting, and I love the commentaries from you. Thank you so much, Eliza, for sending that story. That's a really intense thing to experience and then to feel guilty over. I guess the only way you can look at it is that she was found, and that because she was found, you know, that feeling kind of went away, right? She wasn't looming over you anymore, and I think that's a good thing. That means she went on to a better place or or moved on, period. And I don't think you should necessarily feel guilty about it.
Yeah, I don't think you need to feel guilty about it. And it's one, I mean, if you're going to have something like that happen to you, the natural reaction is to be afraid of it and to run away. And that's not something you need to be feeling guilty about, especially when it comes to the fact that she was actually found. So the fact that she was found means to me that that's sort of like mission accomplished. And maybe she went on and she, presented herself to someone else who was able to actually control what was going on at that time. But no one's going to blame a 13-year-old girl for being scared by someone who's an apparition with a hammer in the side of their head. So
yeah,
it's certainly not your fault. And I wouldn't feel guilty about it. It's easy to say like, oh, just stop feeling that way. But that's just not how feelings work. But just remind yourself that it's something where you shouldn't need to feel that, even if you are feeling it. And hopefully that'll eventually lead you to have that sort of feeling go away. But it's a really intense story, and thank you for sending it in. We do appreciate it. We get those sometimes, and it's not something that we shy away from. So it's also good because for some folks out there who have stories like this that might be hesitant to send them, maybe now they feel a little bit more empowered to send them our way. So thank you one more time. All right, let's look over into Stream Chat and see what you folks had to say.
Also, the scripter redeemed a high five, so let's just
You're busy bringing the dogs in and kicking the camera and stuff. So.
Yep. I just love them. I love petting them. I think they're cute. I love animals in general. I if I could, I'd have all the doggos.
She's like that fucking video. I want to hug all the cats.
Captain Fake Eye says the new mic is so crispy. Thank you. We really couldn't have upgraded without all of you, your donations and things like that. And we always want to better the quality of our audio and the streams. And we have come quite a long way from when we started. We used to have like the fisheye GoPro. That was our first streaming
same stand,
device.
Same tripod, but we used to duct tape it to the top.
Yeah.
There's no mounting equipment for it.
So it's so different. Our microphones used to be like $30 microphones that we just started chugging
garbage,
on with.
Yeah.
And now our audio is really nice because of you folks, and we really couldn't be here without you. So thank you to everybody who donates and has joined us on Patreon and watches these streams. When you watch videos on YouTube, we get pennies. Holla!
Wow.
So anything you do really, really helps us.
It does. David over there in YouTube says, and this I think was during the dog incident, he was relating to the PS5 thing we were talking about. D wanted an Oculus. I told him no, in quotes. I told him it wouldn't last. Please help me. I would just let him know how outdated the technology gets, like super quick. Like, don't you want the new one that's coming out? They're like cell phones. Like, there's a new Oculus that just came out. I wouldn't tell him that.
I like our PlayStation VR.
I like the PSVR.
I still haven't gotten that Final Fantasy 15 fishing game yet. Damn it.
I mean, you can. No one's stopping you.
I know.
Ginseng Joe says, hey, Adam, are those mics XLR? They sure are.
What's XLR?
It's the cord that they hook up to. So, 3-prong. Yesenia says, fix the camera. Laura Ann said, it's crooked. Kaylee Ray Reed says, it's tilted. I'm reading from Twitch now, just taking it. It's crooked towards Robin's side.
Yeah, I get it. It's crooked. We fixed it. Got it.
Thank you. It's still crooked, and you can tell because it's like there's a slant to it. But it's okay. I spent a lot of time setting this fucking show up. I have a level that shows me whether or not the shot is level, and then I also have a tape measure to make sure that that's at the center of the desk, and then I measure the screen to make sure that because if this is in the center of the desk, and then the Scaryish thing is in the center of the screen on the bottom, that means it's centered as well as level, and it takes me a while. And it's so annoying to me when it starts to get screwed up, and I'm like, okay, whatever, fuck it. Just like I did all that work and it just doesn't mean anything anymore.
Meadows says, did I send you pics of the baby? I don't think so.
You did. You sent me pics of the baby.
Oh, you did? Okay. I didn't see. Or maybe I did see. I saw on Facebook. That's where I saw it.
David said, the way my vision works because it was crooked, and David has bad eyesight. So I used to make fun of him about it all the time. Ginseng Joe says, Robin.exe has crashed. Vivian says, everybody calm down, because that was when you were yelling at me and trying to strike me. David said, do you think that's terrifying? Ever been to the Bronx? I think it was in response to their email and stuff like that. It is sort of funny when I hear some of these emails and I think about places that I've been, like Gary, Indiana, or like East Chicago, or the south side of Chicago. I'm like, yeah, there's scarier places
I've
to
been
be.
very privileged in my life to have lived in pretty good neighborhoods, except, I mean, when I lived in the middle of nowhere, that was pretty terrifying. But I've never had to go to a place where I was like, man, I might get shot walking down this street.
Yep. Ginseng Joe. And by the way, I'm reading through the YouTube stuff so then I can set up marbles on stream. So I'm just going to burn through these. Ginseng Joe says, I remember a drunk driver crashed into a van in a house right across from us when I was growing up, but my street is curved and a bit narrow. depending on whether cars are parked outside, so I can't blame the guy too much. That is crazy. Brian says, too tired to make it any later. Good night, gang. Ginseng Joe said good night.
Good night.
And then Yesenia says, do you guys have a P.O. box? We do.
We do. It is in the description box, right, for our YouTube?
It might be. If not, go to scaryish.com and click on contact us, and it's definitely there.
Okay, yes.
Glitch actually just pasted in there.
Oh, nice.
So thank you so much for that, Glitch. All right. I'm going to get marbles set up while Robin reads the Twitch chat.
All right. So, ASB Bunny says, shout out to Spooky Mom. The Cursed Wolf. Oh, I already read that one. Chunkster says, the Switch I'm using is technically borrowed from my sister. I'm Beef Trainer says, can we play the Switch without having to use a TV at all? You totally can.
Yep.
That's how I've been playing my game. I'll show you. Hold on.
Robin with the product placement. Nintendo sponsor us. We want free shit.
Sponsor us. This is my Switch, so you don't actually have to have a TV screen. It's pretty nice.
A lot of fingerprints on that thing.
There's a lot of fingerprints on it. Oh, it scared me because the screen went black. But yeah, no, it's a really cool handheld system. I really like it.
You can also put it in the dock, and you can hook it up just directly to your television. So.
Oh, it's going at news here. And I really love Animal Crossing too. That's probably a really good game that I recommend for anybody who wants to play any video games that doesn't want a really in-depth, involved one. I just like walking around, picking the weeds, planting flowers. It's pretty cute. Go fishing. It's a pretty fun game. Alrighty. I'm Beef Trainer says, I kind of wish the Xbox was like that. Apparently you can do like streaming gaming to your phone now, because the new app asks me if I want to what is it called? I don't remember what it's called.
Don't know the word.
If I had my phone on me, I could check. But it's something where you can game on your phone, but you like put the disc in your Xbox, but you're actually playing it on your phone. Who knows? So much technology now. I remember when PlayStation was doing it where you could play on your PS Vita, your actual PlayStation system games.
Yeah, I remember that too.
So that was pretty cool. Interesting.
All right. So right now, if you would like to join in the voting process, if you want to participate in democracy, go ahead and type in !vote, then a space, then the number that goes to the track you would like to race. We're going to race 2 tracks tonight. So
that's
start
funny.
the voting.
Chunkster literally said the same thing about Xbox. Yeah, so you can use your phone as a controller. It's pretty cool. All right. Chunkster also says, I'm wearing my Scaryish sweatshirt tonight. Too, so comfy. I purposely ordered one size up to be extra comfy. Nice. I always do that too. I like buying things that are a size up because then I can be baggy, and I don't really like fitting clothes for myself.
Vivian says they are going to bed. Stay safe, stay sweet, and stay scary.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Thank you, Vivian.
La 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 la.
Just gonna let the votes come in. I also have to pee now, so we're definitely only racing 2.
ASB Bunny says, while we're talking Switch, Admin Robin, can we please have a Switch channel on Discord? I think that'd be really good, so you guys can kind of post your friend codes if you want to be friends with people on there. I'm sure we should do it where it's like, what's your friend code and what games do you play? So that people can kind of be like, I don't know, oh, you play Animal Crossing? Come to my island, But you can do dodo codes too, so it doesn't. I don't know. It depends. We'll figure it out.
Okay, it's a lot of suppositions. That's a lot of what is it called? Brainstorming live on the stream. So good stuff.
This is my brain on booze. Anyway.
On literally a sip of alcohol. It's just it runs wild.
ASB Bunny says the Switch is my favorite console. Like I play quote unquote proper games, but the Switch is just so convenient. I definitely, if I could, have bought the actual physical copy of Melody of Memories for Xbox. I would have, but they only did digital only, and I want my Square Enix points, so I bought the Switch version from Square Enix directly. I just don't, I don't know why. I'm just stupid, I guess, that way, because I could have just bought it on Amazon, but I want to go direct.
I'm going to let this scroll one more time because I put in my vote for number 30, Rusty Remnant, which is currently in the lead. Once it scrolls past one more time, if it's still Rusty Remnant, boom, that's our track. If it's tied, we're going to go with a random track and go from there. Get our first race of the night going.
Kayla Ray Reed says, I haven't played Animal Crossing in like a month. I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I haven't played it in, before Halloween even. Probably since September. I haven't played since September, and my Islanders are probably like, we're moving, you suck. This island is covered in weeds.
That's funny.
You didn't give us all our Halloween candy.
It was so excited for the Halloween candy thing, but there was just too much school going on for you. I felt so bad.
Yeah, I think I'm going to time travel, though, and just go through Halloween anyway. and pick up candy and then just time stamp it to Halloween and then hand out all the candy and get all the items. I don't know. We'll see. All right, is it time?
It's about time, yeah. We're just waiting for Rusty Remnant to come back through. It's in the lead, number 30, 4 votes. So let's go ahead and check the stats on it. Takes around 3 minutes and 35 seconds on average to finish it. The record time is 2 minutes and 51 seconds. For us, it takes 3 minutes and 42 seconds to finish it, and the record time is 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So good stuff to know. Let's get in there and get ready to race. All right. Type an exclamation point play to get your marble on stream and get a chance to win some free merchandise, in particular a sticker. All right, I am in. Holy shit, my phone just got service and got all these stupid notifications in. Most of them are pretty dumb. All right. Gonna set that there. All right, we already got 17 marbles. It's pretty good. We usually get a little bit more. We usually get around 20, so not that bad. I'm gonna give us a countdown to 60 seconds. Robin, are you already in?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So if you have not yet joined, it's as simple as being in twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast and typing an exclamation point play like Ginseng Joe just did right now. You get your marble on the stream. It's going to race down this track just by using gravity. I Am Beef Trainer also just jumped in. And whichever marble finishes the race first gets to go over to our store and pick out a sticker. And are you looking at airline?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through. What?
Pay attention to your own show. Jesus. But yeah, and then you'll get a sticker. So pretty good stuff. I figured Robin would talk a little bit about the stickers, but she's too busy looking at places we're never going to go to until COVID lifts. So
we have a whole bunch of different Scaryish designs. It's really nice because we've been picking up a couple new patrons on Patreon, and I want to let you folks know while we're on the topic of stickers and merch and things like that, I am setting up a Google Doc, like a Google form that I'm going to be posting to Patreon for patrons only. So what it's going to be is I'm going to list the different Patreon exclusive merch that we have, and it's going to have prices and things like that. And then you guys can kind of pick and choose what you would like to order when it comes to Patreon exclusive merch. And I'll send you folks a PayPal invoice, and that way people that have missed out on previous Patreon merch that we might still have a few of can get their hands on it. So if you folks want some of that Patreon merch, now's a pretty good time to join.
Some of that good Patreon merch. All right, right now the scripter is in first place, but this is a bottleneck for all 3 tracks to go through. It's got those weird dojo things that Jackie Chan beats up in Rumble in the Bronx. Right now, Scriptery is in the lead. They entered that spot in the lead, and they're exiting still in the lead. Hoppy J is giving them a run for their money, and I am right behind as well. You can see that light blue ball back there, TD Funk. That one is actually the record-setting pace. So right now, there are multiple people way ahead of that, which is good. David looks like fell off the side of the map. The Scriptery almost did, and I almost did as well over there. We're entering this little lotto ball thing. Sometimes people fly right through this, and sometimes people get stuck in it for the entire time.
Hobie J is just crushing it up there.
We'll see what happens. There's Hobie J trying to get through. Almost one shot. It almost went right through. Same thing with the Scriptery. Same thing with myself. It's going to give a lot of folks a chance to catch up. ASB Bunny just fucking shot right through that. Pretty sus, though. Kind of gaslighting us a little bit right now. So they have a big lead right now. It looks like Hobie J was the first person to get through there, and Bob is right behind
From
Hobie J.
here to New Jersey is only $170. What?
It's still kind of expensive.
Round trip. That's not one way. That's round trip. You know what we paid last time? $350. Fuck.
We also went at a very expensive time, too.
Christmas.
ASB Bunny ran into the walls a little bit, and it looked like Hobie J was going to take the lead, and then they ran into ASB Bunny to get them moving again. So we have a 3-way race right now between Glitch, Hobie J, and ASB Bunny, with several people right there. Chunkster and Bob also trying to catch up. There's still a lot of track left to go, though. Like, look at this shit. No wonder it takes,
look
like,
at that
average...
long, just straight shot right there.
Average, like, 3 minutes and 30 seconds because this track is long as shit. Let's get to these straightaways and see if we can just watch which routes people take. My finger keeps bumping into these pens over here on my desk.
I hope you folks enjoyed how much we talked about Ford versus Ferrari or Le Mans this past episode.
I mean, it's not our fault. The topic was literally in Le Mans, so...
Oh my gosh, that movie is just so good. So good.
Hobie J appears to be in first place, but these tracks are split up. So there's more obstacles on this side. If ASB Bunny can make it through that fan blade, they might be able to take the lead back, but
Hopi J.
Not going well. Looks like Hopi J is going to jump down.
Ooh, that scared
not
me.
fall over the edge. Glitch is right there. Chunkster tried to take a shortcut, and now they're in hell. So it's not their fault. They were just too ambitious. All right. Glitch is right there, man. Really looking for this win.
Creasy says...
Glitch just took the lead. They drafted them. They went around in the end. Took the lead. Congratulations to Glitch. Man, that was like neck and neck. You just pulled a Ken Miles right there on the last one.
Wow. Creasy says, yo, 170 to New Jersey round trip. I'm going home. By the way, this is David M.
I know who Creasy is. That's his name on multiple things aside from this, too. So, nice. He's from New Jersey.
American Airlines. In December. Check it out.
All right. Third place, ASB Bunny. Fourth place, Robin. Fifth place, Bob. Sixth place, the Scriptry. And we're just going to watch the rest of them fall in, so I don't got to name them all off. There is a blue wave of death that will hit any marble and kill it immediately. And by a minute and 24 seconds now, it'll cover the entire track. So I'm What's for Dinner is going to need to step up the pace a little bit, but they seem to be doing all right.
People are talking about PlayStation versus Xbox. What I always say is Xbox is great for multiplayer. PlayStation is great for those single-player JRPGs that you can't get anywhere else.
Or like God of War. God of War is a pretty big one. They're going to have that new Horizon game, so they have a lot of good exclusives.
I play a lot of the Final Fantasy on PlayStation. I play... what was that one? Disgaea. Lots of Tales of games. The Tales of games I play on PlayStation. Just the JRPGs that you really can't get anywhere else. They're pretty nice on there.
All right, Glitch said, please, I need that charm so bad. Wendigo is one of my favorite cryptids. Sus. And then they won in the end and said, hey, but I mean, at Hopi J is the real winner. Pass
Aww.
it. That is super nice of you.
So, Hopi J, if you would like to email us, storytime@scaryish.com, let us know which sticker design you'd want, and we'll mail it out to you.
If you want to look through our stickers, type in ! merch. Go to that link and click on Robin's Kawaii Corner. And, just check out our Scaryish stickers. And let's get the next race voted on so we can get the next race going. And thank you so much, Glitch, for passing that. We'll send you shit anyways. Glitch is like our #1 mod. Always here. Always helping. Most wonderful human, I swear to God.
Creasy's like, Xbox is for people who read their text messages while laying on their stomach with their feet up. It's adorable. I do that.
I do that too. Love reading my text messages that way.
Oh my God. I totally fucking do that. I don't give a fuck, whatever. All right, let's just fucking erase this next thing. Okay, vote. What vote do I want to do?
I voted for Creasy's IQ. 17. Burn, what's up, bitch?
Glitch says, it's a lie. I played Among Us. No one trusts me.
Glitch was orange, and Glitch kept being the imposter over and over. Then they finally switched colors, and someone else took orange, and that person was imposter. So we just decided that anyone that was orange was evil.
It was just a fun game. It was so fun to play with you guys. And we were just laughing so hard about all the stupid stuff that kept happening. I don't know.
It was a fun time, man. That's the most fun I've had streaming on a Saturday since we started. Because Silent Hill 2 was not fun, y'all. I did not like that game. I like
Silent Hill. My sister, who played with us, also said it was so incredibly fun for her. She actually bought it on her phone, and then she went and bought it on her Xbox because she was like, I really like playing with you guys. So look forward to playing it again on Saturday because that'll be really fun.
Oh, yeah, dude. Among Us is just a blast. It's also nice that it's super
Everybody says racists.
Oh, my God. I need to pee so bad right now. I can't wait for this to be over. No. We gotta count the votes, y'all. We gotta let it all come in. We gotta get all precincts reporting, and then we'll get going. Right now, Marble Centauri 2 is in the lead. I'm pretty sure Marble Centauri 2 is the one that's super fucking long, and I hate everyone for voting for it. And I'm also pretty sure I myself voted for it, so that shit's on me. All right, let's keep this thing rolling. If we get through to it and it has a ton of votes, we're gonna go with that. Because right now we see a lot of stuff with 1 and 2. Cosmic Chaos has 2. Marble Centauri has 4. We'll let it scroll one more time because there is the chance that someone could catch up. We're only at like 95 precincts reporting, so we got to get down to those population centers.
Jesus.
Get the rest of those votes in.
Stop.
There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying, so no. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you all are doing good because I am so happy that we were actually able to stream tonight. I was very stressed that it was not going to work because it has not worked at all for the last 7 days. Like, not even close. So the fact that we were able to test it and see, hey, it's finally working, it was just such a relief. And then all day today, I kept testing it. Like, I was in a meeting for an hour talking about things that I need to, like, commit to memory, being really good about it, and then, like, 5 minutes later, like, clicking, like, run speed test. And it kept staying, like, where it needed to be. So I was like, all right, I think we're actually going to be able to do this tonight, so...
Let's see. Ginseng Joe says, I'm doing great. I used the bathroom a couple moments ago.
Nice. It's hot.
Ghost Dunk says, I want Diet Coke number 3.
Do you drink Diet Coke or do you drink Coke Zero? Because I love Coke Zero because it doesn't taste as awful as Diet Coke.
He's on, like, caffeine-free Coke right now, though.
No, I'm on Coke Zero. We bought Coke Zero last night.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. You were the one that was like, we should go get Coke Zero. All right, Marble Centauri 2 is going to be our
Joe says
track.
Pepsi Gang. I like Dr. Pepper. I like
All right.
Coke and Dr. Pepper, just saying.
This track takes 4 minutes and 2 seconds on average to complete. The record time is 3 minutes and 24 seconds. For us, we do it a little bit faster than everyone else. 4 minutes and 1 second. However, the scriptory holds our record with 3 minutes and 35, which is a little bit higher than the world record. But let's race this shit and do it. I'd also like to point out that Robin told me that she would absolutely be able to identify Coke and Pepsi blindfolded. So I gave her the Pepsi challenge. Took a can of Coke, can of Pepsi, poured it into 2 identical glasses, switched them around, gave them to her. I knew exactly what they were. She chose Pepsi. She said Pepsi tasted better. So just want to put that out there.
Yeah, ASB Bunny says I drink Pepsi Max. Creasy says, are you glad I know the proper use of there, and there? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yep. One of my biggest pet peeves, I think the social media that I use the most at this point is Instagram. I fucking love Instagram. And when I see memes and I see accounts that are like highly followed and highly liked and they have horrible, horrible spelling errors, I'm like, fuck this person. This thing should be deleted. Like, I hate it. It hurts my eyes to just look at. And it's like, it just encourages people to always do things wrong. And that just irritates the hell out of me. I haven't typed an exclamation point play because of my rant.
Ghost Dunk says, went to Dunkin' Donuts and they tried to hand me a Coke Zero at the drive-thru. I said, do you have Diet Coke? And they said, oh, this is a Diet Coke. I said, no, it's not.
No, it's just better than Diet Coke. I will say, on my like scale of things, it's like Coke, Pepsi, Coke Zero, Diet Pepsi, battery acid, Diet Coke. Diet Coke is my least favorite beverage that I will imbibe if I'm like really craving that sweet, sweet taste of death. All right.
Jinxing Joe says, I always get a Polar Pop when I fill up the tank. Always getting Pepsi.
Captain Fake Guy takes the early lead on this one. Rounding, I think that's Mercury. That's supposed to be Venus. And then Earth is coming up. Yep, there's Earth. So this one's kind of weird because it is really hard to catch up. But there is one spot that's basically, it's going to decide coming into the final stretch how well you're going to do. And it's where you like take a big dive, and if you can like go right through, you're okay.
Someone just jumped over the planet.
I don't know if they're going to jump over it. Oh, that's the Scriptory's Ghost Ball. This is how the Scriptory took the record, is they bounced off the world and got ahead of everyone else. Right now, Ghost Dunk's in first, Bob is in second, and Glitch is in third. We all know we're rooting for fourth place, which is me.
Ghost Dunk says, I am a legend.
Oh my god, Ghost Dunk shared this video with us during Sunday D&D, which was some guy doing a speed run in Goldeneye. And it's the guy narrating his own video talking about how fucking amazing he is. He's like, I am a fucking legend. It's so funny. Kayla Ray is really catching up on Ghost Dunk, so that's pretty impressive. Took the lead over Bob and Glitch and myself, which is kind of sad. Now I'm sad inside. All right, here we go. This weird fall, and then when you go back up, it's like it caps your speed and you stay at that exact speed. Streets 112. Skipped 113. Fuck 113. It's because like what was it? The world record was 1 minute 14 seconds. This guy did it 1 minute 12 seconds.
Oh my gosh, that dog.
It's adorable. All right, Bob is back in second place. I'm now in third place, 2 away from where I deserve to be.
Wow.
Have this keep going. Here's the jump, all right?
Look at her.
You have to go straight through. And not too bad, but if you can make a clean shot into that, you get a huge boost. Me and Bob and Glitch all did, so looks like Glitch is taking the biggest advantage of it.
You're going to actually catch up to Ghost Dunk, though? That's the question.
Well, there's also some obstacles at the end of this, and that really decides who winds up winning this, but in most cases, people don't fall off at the end, so...
Ginseng Joseph, Saturn's lovely rings.
I'm so fucking annoyed every time we get to this spot because, again, it gets you to a point and then you can't accelerate any further. So all the momentum you've built up through your success previously just goes away.
Oh, Glitch is catching up.
But again,
there.
like you can see it just hits the cap. It's just so goddamn annoying.
Ghost Dunk says, this reminds me of reading the 2001 novel. I've never read it. Is it good?
I've never read it either. I've seen the movie, but I've never read it.
What's that one book everyone always talks about? 1984 or whatever? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a book.
Is it
that
good?
People talk about. I mean, it is. It's about like a dystopian future and the society that runs it and Big Brother and all that shit. And it's a solid read. It's also, if you've ever seen the documentary Icarus, it's about a guy who decides he's going to cheat at cycling to show what will actually happen to someone who's a professional cyclist if they take HGH and all this shit. He actually goes on the same regiment.
Oh no, Ghost Dunk!
Ghost Dunk
bye!
fell off. Now Glitch is in the lead. He goes in the same regiment that Lance Armstrong did, and he gets a Russian doping professional who actually works for the Russian government to help him. And it's this really bizarre documentary that starts out like that.
Wow,
Fuck
babe.
yes!
You're an asshole.
It starts out like that, and then that guy winds up in like serious danger, and it kind of takes this weird turn where he becomes the person who's the whistleblower on all the activity within the Russian government, and like how they managed to cheat the Olympics. I won. Let's all celebrate. We're waiting to see if Glitch can take second place, which would be his technical second win of the night. Actually, Faison fell off. ASB Bunny comes in third. Scriptory's coming in for fourth. But yeah, they actually used in the Russian government as a handbook for how to control the population the book 1984. And the guy who was in charge of the Olympic athletes and their workout and their doping schedule, he had it like the fucking Bible. And he would read from it, and he would quote it. It was bizarre, man. Check out Icarus. It's a documentary. It used to be on Netflix like 3 months ago when we watched it.
It wasn't Netflix. It was HBO, I think.
I think it was Netflix.
Okay, I think it was HBO.
Okay, cool. Either way, Google it and find out. It's fascinating. You would absolutely love watching it if you like 1984, any of that stuff. Chunkster falls off and dies in the end, so she doesn't like when I say dies. Chunkster falls off and gets eliminated to end this. I won that. The peasants rejoice. Glitch is technically going to take home the prize if he would like it. I move up to 24 points. Glitch is now at 28. ASB Bunny is at 18.
28 points? Holy
Scriptory
crap.
is at a whopping 5. I'm Once a Dinner goes up to 21. Tiny Dancer Nation, Dre, Robin, and Hopi J all go up by 1. David is sitting pretty at 19. He's within striking distance on the season. Not sure how long it's going to last. It's typically in the top left. And actually, Faison's actually at 12, which is not too bad. Kayla Ray Reeds is in double digits with 10. Cool. Congratulations, Glitch. All right. There's a lot of stuff in there about Diet Coke. Okay. Glitch says, first person that can tell me how much a swallow can carry wins. You're just abusing your power now. It's a line from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Is it an African swallow?
I don't know.
It's the line from the movie. I will sit here and wait and see what happens with that. Good night, Ginseng Joe. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
Good night.
All right. I'm not going to wait so long because I really do have to pee. I'm just going to go ahead and switch us back over to our normal thing. Booyak. Asha. Cool. So we're here. We'll let you folks chat it out if you need to. I really need to use the bathroom.
Glitch says to go pee.
I mean, we're at the end of the night, so. Glitch, go ahead and claim your prize. Congratulations. Thank you for being an amazing mod. And I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And do this outro thing. So, I just want to go ahead and thank everyone who sent in their emails this episode. We sincerely appreciate it. If you have a story you would like to share, please reach out to us by emailing storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. There's a form there. If you fill it out, it comes directly to our inbox. We get a lot of stories that way. We also get a lot of stories through Facebook and Instagram. Our Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Our Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. And we also have a Twitter, which is @Scaryish Pod. We get things tweeted at us sometimes. Lots of times those are story suggestions rather than full-blown stories. But hey, whatever floats your boat. Robin, if folks had... Oh, no. Did you hear that? There's screaming going on outside our house right now. Can you see anything?
It's just this guy walking on the sidewalk right on the other side of our wall yelling.
Is he on the phone?
I heard the N-word.
Is he on the phone?
I don't know. I don't know if he's just talking to himself.
That's why I'm asking. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and finish out the intro. Or outro. This is an outro.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Her chair creaks, so I have to wait for her to stop moving.
Yeah, go.
Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us monetarily, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. With $1, you get ad-free episodes, which is absolutely awesome. We also have physical merch tiers that start at $10. Right now is the Wendigo theme we have going on. So if you pledge at the Badge of Honor tier and above, you're going to get the Wendigo keychain. And I just sent out the Wendigo stickers. They're really cute. So if you folks want to check that out. And then you can also go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast if you're more into the one-time donation thing. All your donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup, keep us going, keep us motivated, and just kind of give us a little bit more time to actually focus on making more content and keep making these episodes and having extra streams on the weekends. So thank you so much, everyone.
Indeed. We appreciate everyone who sent in their stories, everyone who listens, everyone who watches, everyone who reviews us. All that stuff is fantastic. Thank you so much for the support. It means the world to us. And I think that's just about everything we have for Storytime number 145. So, Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.